in the league, 2.36. And, of course, he beat the Phillies Thursday in Game 2 of the series. Now the Phillies lineup tonight, leading off and playing in center field, Lenny Dykstra. Batting second, at second base, Mickey Morandini. Batting third, first baseman John Kruk. Batting fourth, at third base, Dave Hollins. Batting fifth, the catcher, Darren Dalton. Batting sixth, playing in right field, Jim Eisenreich. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Milt Thompson. Batting eighth, shortstop, Kevin Stocker. And batting ninth, Phillies right-hander Tommy Green. The Phillies take the field. Makes his throw on down to second base. We're set to go on a beautiful but chilly night for baseball here at Veterans Stadium. And to call the action in Game 6, here's Harry Callis.
Thanks, Andy. Good evening, everyone. Otis Nixon, the switch-hitting center fielder, leads off for the Atlanta Braves. He's having a good league championship series. Nixon batting at .350. 2 doubles, 4 runs batted in. Tommy Green ready to work. Here's the windup by Green, and the first pitch of the game is right there for a called strike. No balls and a strike to Otis Nixon. Nixon has not been a good lifetime hitter against Tommy Green. He's 2 out of 13 lifetime. Here's the pitch. Drops the bat as if to bunt. He takes it low. The appeal going to third base umpire Terry Tatum to see if he offered at it. He didn't. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Hollins shortens at third. Watchful of the bunt. Kruk shortens at first. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss and a good breaking ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Otis Nixon. Tommy Green, 26, was 16-4 during the regular season. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Check swing foul on a fastball. Still a ball and 2 strikes to Otis Nixon. Lifetime Tommy, 36 wins and just 19 losses. Here's the pitch. Just missed. A little bit low with the breaking ball. It's 2-2. Now the windup by Green. The 2-2 pitch. Just missed again. Tad outside. It's a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the windup and the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a line drive to center. Dykstra right there. He makes the grab. Nixon's out, 1 down. That'll bring up Jeff Blauser. Blauser hitting .238 during this league championship series with 1 home run. Finished the regular season having a fine year, .305, 5th in the league in runs scored, knocked in 73 from the 2-hole. Pitch to him. Fastball just missed, a little bit high for a ball, 1-0. Wind up by Green and the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a high fly ball into left center field. Milt Thompson and Dykstra both called. Dykstra makes the catch. The crowd is large, of course, sold out here at Veterans Stadium. They're loud, so there's no way outfielders can hear one another. Both made the call. Dude made the grab. 2 down.
There was plenty of time, though, for the ball was hit high in the air. Plenty of time for one of those outfielders to look around a little bit. That's the center fielder's ball. No collision, so and they seem to talk it over a little bit after the catch.
2 outs and no base runners. Here's Ron Gant. Gant hitting .217 in this LCS, and he tried to check and waved at a breaking ball. 0-1. Tommy here in the first inning throwing a lot of breaking pitches. No balls and 1 strike.
It's a fastball hitting club. Most clubs are.
Now the 1 strike pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2 to Ron Gant. in the top half of the first inning. This crowd is at a fever pitch. The 2-strike pitch. Slider low and away for a ball. 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes to Ron Gant. Wind up by Green and the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a ground foul off to the right of the plate. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Gant has had a disappointing LCS offensively. He's had a lot of opportunities to break games open. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's low for a ball. Braves will not be intimidated by a hostile crowd. They had a better road record this year than they did a home record. Two and 2 to Gant. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a ground foul back behind the plate. Still 2-2. 2 years ago, Atlanta had to win the last 2 of the league championship series at Pittsburgh to get into the World Series, and they did. So they'd been here before.
Well, they got 2 shutout games. Although they couldn't have lost, they could have tied, I guess. But I mean, that's clutch pitching. That was out of Smoltz and
Avery, wasn't it?
Avery, yeah.
2-2 pitch, breaking ball low for a ball. It's a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Ron Gant. Prime Dog McGriff waits in the on-deck circle. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a fly ball into left center field. Thompson coming in, makes the grab. That'll retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, none left. After 1/2, Braves nothing. Phil's coming to bat. Well, if the Phillies are to clinch tonight, they'll have to clinch against probably the best pitcher in the National League, Greg Maddux. Maddux led the league in ERA, led the league in innings pitched for the 3rd straight year, led the league in complete games. He was 20-10. Won the Cy Young last year and probably should win it again this year. Lenny Dykstra, the first one to face him. Fastball over at the knees for a called strike, 0-1. Dykstra hitting .286 in this league championship series. 2 home runs. One of them, of course, the game winner in the 10th inning on Monday. Now the 1-strike pitch. A little bit high for a ball. It's 1-1. Maddux finished the regular season 3rd in the league in strikeouts, behind only teammate John Smoltz and Jose Rio. At his 1.8 walks per 9, 5th best in the league. The 1-1 pitch. Swing, ground ball hit sharply, but Lemke was really playing him in the hole, and he throws out Lenny Dykstra. Lenny hit a hard ground ball, but Lemke way over in the hole. Made the play. 1 down. The batter will be Mickey Morandini.
We've seen a lot of overshifts in the outfield for the Braves, but that's really the first extreme overshift we've seen in the infield. That ball was hit right in the hole, and Lemke hardly had to move. Which also means he's giving up a lot of ground towards second base.
Here's the pitch to Mickey Morandini, and he takes one down and in for a ball. 1-0. Morandini is 3 for 11 in this league championship series. .273 is average. Been a good lifetime hitter against Maddux. .349 his career numbers. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a shot. It hits Maddux. Caroms to Lemke, who throws him out. A line drive right back at Maddux. He nailed him. It caromed to Lemke. But knowing Maddux, as tough a young man as he is, Bobby Cox and the Brave trainer coming out. But knowing Maddux, he won't leave this game unless he absolutely has to.
Ball hit him on the leg. He took a real shot.
The second pitcher, Morandini, is hit with a hard Ball back through the middle. He hits Smoltz in the 4th game of this series.
That ball bounced right to Lemke. Phillies have hit 2 bullets off Maddox and both outs.
Maddox now is going to take a couple of warm-up tosses to make sure he can continue. And chances are he will continue.
He looks like he's pushing off all right on that right leg. That's the ball. That's the leg where he was hit. It looked like if he was sensitive at all, it was on his follow-through.
So 2 outs and no base runners, and the batter will be John Kruk. Krucker hitting .300 in this LCS. He leaves the Phils and runs batted in with 5, 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run. Here's the windup and the pitch. Breaking ball just missed for a ball, 1-0. Nothing game. We're in the bottom of the 1st. Now the 1-0 pitch. Fastball is low. It's 2-0. Kruk lifetime against Maddox, a .277 hitter, including a home run. The 2-0 pitch is low. 3-0. Dave Hollins waits on deck. Now the 3-0 pitch. Low, ball 4. He walked him on 4 pitches. So Kruk is the first base runner of the night. The batter will be Dave Hollins. Hollins is 3 for 18 in this LCS, getting 167, 1 double, 1 home run. A bad left here against Maddox.
Another tremendous overshift in the outfield. I don't get the logic of that shift. It's hurt him some in this series. Helped them on a couple plays too, but I think for the most part they've paid the price of an extreme overshift.
They overshift the outfield for all Phillies left-hand hitters around to the opposite field, for all of them except Dykstra. Here's the stretch. And the pitch. It's missing a little bit low, ball 1.
Hasn't thrown a strike since the ball hit him. I mean, there have been some borderline pitches in there.
One ball and no strikes. Now the pitch. High, ball 2. Damon Berryhill trots out to talk to Maddox. Terry Pendleton coming in from 3rd base. Pendleton the on-field leader for the Braves. And now Berryhill comes back behind the plate. Pendleton takes his position at 3rd. 2-0 the count to Dave Hollins. John Kruk at first. He walked. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 1st. 0-0. Here's the stretch. The 2-0 pitch. That's over at the knees for a called strike. It's 2-1. Here's the stretch. The 2-1 pitch. Ground ball tapped softly to 2nd. Lemke gloves, throws, got Hollins by a half a step, and that'll retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. After 1, it's 0-0.
You're listening to Phillies Baseball on Oldies 1210 WOGL.
Second inning of a 0-0 game, and Fred Crime Dog McGriff will lead off for the Braves. He's had an outstanding league championship series, hitting .455, 10 for 22, 2 doubles, a homer, 4 RBIs. Wind up by Tommy Green, and the pitch to McGriff. Inside with a fastball, 1-0. McGriff's homer came off Tommy Green. It was a tape measure shot into the upper deck here in game 2. Now the 1-0 pitch, high for a ball. It's 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes to Fred McGriff. Here's the 2-0 pitch. High, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Green threw a lot of breaking balls in the first inning and got 3 fly ball outs. He's been up with his fastball here in the second. The 3-0 pitch had a green light. 3-0 fouls it back over the screen. Let's pause for station identification on the Phil's Radio Network.
This is the only station you'll hear Harry Callis, Rich Ashburn, Andy Musser, and Chris Wheeler call every Phillies postseason game. Oldies 1210 WOGL, Philadelphia.
3 balls and 1 strike to Fred McGriff, leading off the Braves' second. Now the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. He chased the high pitch. It's a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Crime Dog. Now the windup by Green. The 3-2 pitch fouled on a play down the third base side. 3 balls and 2 strikes. It holds to McGriff. David Justice will be next, and then Terry Pendleton. Tommy Green back on the rubber. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and another foul out of play into the upper deck, third base side. Still 3-2 to Fred McGriff. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Low, bouncing up there. He walked him. McGriff, a leadoff base runner with a walk. And it will bring up David Justice. Justice has struggled in this LCS. 3 out of 17, hitting 176. Finished the regular season second in the league in homers with 40, second in the league in RBIs with 120. Fred McGriff at first base. Nobody out here in the second. Stretch by Green and the pitch. Low for a ball. 1-0. Green in the regular season game, the only game he pitched against the Braves in the regular season, pitched 8 1/3 innings of shutout ball against this Atlanta team. In that game, he walked 8. Still shut him out. Combined with Mitch Williams to beat Glavine 3-0. Here's the stretch. 1-0 pitch. Low, ball 2, 2-0. Dalton calls time and trots out to talk to Tommy Green.
Yeah, he has to go after the hitters. I don't care who they are. You can't walk him. He pitched very carefully to McGriff, and then finally he threw a 3-2 slider down in the dirt. Hasn't been close on the first 2 pitches here to David Justice. Justice can hit one a mile. He can also hit one into a double play. But he has a lot better chance of hitting it a mile when he's ahead on the count.
Here's the stretch and the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a line drive. What a great grab by Morandini. Mickey Morandini, a superb defensive play to take a hit away from David Justice. 1 down.
I think what was surprising about that, not only the catch, but that Fred McGriff hardly moved off first. Of course, the ball was hit so hard, maybe McGriff didn't really have time to react. But that's a defensive play of the World Series.
Of the League Championship Series.
Excuse me.
Mickey Morandini, a superb play, full extension, a glove hand stab, and the batter is Terry Pendleton. Here's the pitch to Pendleton, and he takes it a little bit low for a ball. 1-0. Pendleton's career history has been not having good LCSs and having good World Series, but not the case this year. This is his 5th league championship series, and he's hitting .364 in this one. Leads the Braves and runs batted in with 5. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Low for a ball, 2-0. So after walking Fred McGriff, Green fell behind Justice 2-0. He hit a BB that Morandini made a great play of, and he's behind Pendleton 2-0. Green stretches the 2-0 pitch over for a called strike. It's 2-1 to Terry Pendleton. Now Green ready. Here's the stretch. Steps off the rubber. McGriff is not going to go anywhere. He's not a base stealer. 2-1 the count to Pendleton. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball hit on the right side. Base hit to right field. McGriff will hold at second. And the Braves have runners at first and second as Pendleton gets the game's first hit. 1 down. It'll bring up Damon Berryhill. Berryhill 4 for 15 in this league championship series, hitting .267. 1 home run. Fred McGriff at second. Terry Pendleton at first with 1 out. Here's the pitch to Berryhill. Breaking ball, low for a ball. 1-0. Now the stretch. 1-0 pitch. Fastball. Lost grip of the bat as he fouled it over the fence. Behind home plate, his bat went all the way past first base coach Pat Corrales. 1 ball and 1 strike to Damon Berryhill. Greg Olson, the Braves' other catcher, is hobbled with a bad wrist. May not be able to see action for the remainder of this LCS, so Berryhill will do the catching. The third catcher is Francisco Cabrera. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, strike called. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It's like Tommy Green is trying to finesse his way through these hitters. I think he does better when he is a little more aggressive. You don't have to finesse your way through hitters.
1-2 pitch, grounded up the middle. Morandini to Stocker. 1 relay double play. 4-6-3 double play. The ball hit the mound, and that helped. It slowed it down. And Morandini to Stocker to Crock, a twin killing to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. 0-0.
Phillies baseball on Oldies 1210 WOGL.
What if you had a 4 for the World Series Express?
Darren Dalton leads off for the Phillies. Bottom of the second, takes a fastball for a called strike. 0-1. Now the 1 strike pitch. Fastball up and in. It's 1-1. Braves play Dutch in the outfield around to the opposite field. But in the infield, Lemke plays him as a pull hitter and deep at second.
I cannot believe that they play Dutch like that. He's a dead pull hitter. They're playing him right on the infield. Now you do play with the idea that if some hitters hit a ground ball, they're going to pull it. They hit it to the outfield, they hit it to the opposite field, but Dalton doesn't do that.
1-2 pitch to him. Played off a low and away breaking ball. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Darren Dalton. Nothing game, bottom of the second. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a line drive to right center, right at Justice. So Justice, who is well off the line, playing in right center field, right in the alley. Dalton hit it on the nose, but right at him, 1 down. It'll bring on Jim Eisenreich.
Played him perfectly that time. It wasn't one of those screaming liners, kind of a little better than a soft liner, but he didn't have to move anyway. He probably would have caught that almost anywhere he was playing.
Here's the pitch to Eisenreich. He takes a fastball outside for a ball. Eisenreich in this LCS 2 for 11. 1 run batted in. Now the pitch is low for a ball. 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. Bottom half of the second. 0-0 game. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a line drive, but right at Blauser. So Eisenreich hit a liner, but right at shortstop Jeff Blauser. That's 2 down. That'll bring up Milt Thompson. Milt in this LCS is 1 for 9. Got a good lifetime hitter against Maddox. 356 his career numbers against this tough right-hander Maddox. Here's the pitch. High for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes.
Both pitchers have had a little good luck in this game. There have been some balls hit hard right at people.
Fastball nubbed up the middle for a base hit. So Thompson got ball dropped, juggled by Justice, and Thompson goes to second. With that overshift, Nixon had a long way to go for the ball. Really so did Justice, and Justice couldn't pick it up immediately.
They got the error on the wrong guy.
Yeah.
Justice is the one that dropped it.
Pretty tough error on Otis Nixon when he never touched it.
They'll change that. They have to. He didn't get his glove on the ball. Maybe they were.
Yeah. You were saying that the Phillies were hitting it hard. Well, that was the softest hit ball by the Phils, and it was a base hit by Milt Thompson.
Hit it almost off the thumbs. Wound up getting the single and to second on the error.
Brings up Kevin Stocker, Phillies' first hit off Maddox, picked up by Thompson. Stocker batting left, and the pitch to him is over at the knees for a called strike. Stocker in this LCS is 4 for 19, hitting at .211. Milt Thompson at second base, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Now the pitch. Swinging a foul back up over the screen. Maddox ahead of Kevin Stocker. No balls and 2 strikes. They play Stocker in the outfield way around to the opposite field. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ooh. A little bit high for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That's a pitch, though, that Stocker will swing and miss occasionally. The pitch up and away, and sometimes he chases it. He laid off that. But looks like the Braves have a pretty good scouting report, as they should have.
Now the 1-2 pitch. Called third strike, struck him out. Fastball on the inside corner. That retires aside. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. Andy Musser with play-by-play in the third at the end of 2-0.
This is all of the action. That's right after the start of the game show here on Oldies 1210 WOGL.
Third inning here at Veterans Stadium. Our game is 0-0. The Braves batting with Lemke leading it off, and the first pitch to him is a little bit outside, ball 1. Lemke not hitting much, 190 in the series, no homers, 4 runs batted in. The windup by Tommy Green and the pitch on the way to mark. Check swing roller, third base side. It's a foul ball. Lemke committed a key error in the Sunday game, and Danny Jackson went on to take advantage of it. The Phillies got a couple of runs. They were not earned, and Lemke certainly looking for a chance to atone for that. The 1-1 pitch. Hard hit ball. Pass Kruk out in the right field. It's a hit for Lemke, leading off the Braves' third. Hit number 2 for Atlanta in the second straight inning. They've had their leadoff man on.
Looked like Kruk was kind of frozen by that semi-line drive. He just missed it on the dive.
The pitcher, Greg Maddux, is up, and he'll be up there to bunt. He did sacrifice 10 times during the regular season. Maddux, a right-handed batter in the playoffs, 1 for 4. Green stretches. Maddux around to bunt. Gets the bunt down. Fielded by Green. Makes the play over to first. Might have had a play at second, but took the out at first base. Morandini covering, and that's the first out.
1-4 on the track.
So the Braves have their second runner of the ball game at second base. The hitter will be Otis Nixon. He lined out to center field first time up. Last inning, Tommy Green had trouble getting ahead of the hitters. Wound up getting it out of it on a double play ball when the Braves had 2 on base. Runner at second now and 1 out. Pitch to Nixon. A fastball misses. Ball 1. Nixon had .333 for the series. Nixon with 7 hits in the series and 4 walks. He was getting on base a ton in the early part of the series, but not the last couple. This pitch is over for a strike. 1-1 on Otis Nixon. Nixon in the league championship series overall in his previous appearances with the Braves, 15 for 49. Been a good hitter in postseason play, a much better hitter in the playoffs and World Series than he's been during the regular season. Pitch to Otis. It's a breaking ball for a strike. 1-2.
That's about all Green is throwing, is that slider mostly. You really have to be careful with that off-speed pitch. You better throw it in good spots.
Tommy blowing on his pitching hand out on the mound. That's obviously permitted in this kind of weather. 1-2 to Nixon. Struck him out on a fastball. It was a low fastball below the knees. Tommy Green gets his first strikeout of the game.
They finally humped up and threw a good fastball. Threw it right by Nixon.
So with 2 outs, the batter will be Blauser. The Atlanta shortstop 0 for 1. A fly ball to Dykstra in the first inning. Lemke at second, 2 away. Scoreless ball game. Green checks Lemke and delivers, and Blauser takes it high. Ball 1. Blauser hit a home run off Tommy here in game number 2 of the league championship series last Thursday. That was the blowout by Atlanta, 14-3. At this point in that ball game, Tommy Green was already out of the ball game. He worked just 2 1/3 innings. Pitch to Blauser. Over for a strike. 1-1. Blauser hit .305 during the year. Scored 110 runs, a record for an Atlanta shortstop. The 1-1 pitch is low and away, a ball. Two balls and a strike on Blauser, hitting with Lemke at second. 2 outs. Phillies playing Blauser as a pull hitter. Green stretches and delivers. Swing and a miss. 2-2 on Blauser. That was a slider. Now the crowd hooting and hollering, many on their feet. This crowd tonight really into this ball game, pitch by pitch. Stretch. The 2-2 to Blauser is low. Ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tommy again standing off the rubber, blowing on his hand, trying to make sure he has some circulation there to get the feel on the ball. When it gets too cold, that ball gets very slippery. The 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Tommy Green, and down go the Braves in the third. For Atlanta, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the third, 0-0.
You're listening to October 31st.
Hi, this is Harvey Holiday. Enjoy your weekday afternoons with me from 2 to 6. We've got all your favorite oldies right here on Oldies 1210 WOGL.
Bottom of the third, Tommy Green leads off for the Phillies, and Maddox pitches low and inside. Ball 1. Needless to say, Greeny is a good hitting pitcher, batting .222 during the season. 4 lifetime Major League home runs, 2 of them this year. We might point out that all 4 of his home runs came off left-handed pitchers. Maddox stoops down and ties a shoelace. The 1-0 pitch to Green in the knees for a strike. It's 1-1. Tommy had 16 hits this year, including a pair of doubles and a pair of home runs. He drove in 10 runs during the season. And the Braves respect him, although they play him slightly to the opposite field in the outfield. The 1-1 to Green, hit down the third base side. It's a foul ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's a 0-0 game. Phillies batting in the third. The Phillies won a game on a hit by a pitcher, and that was that dramatic hit by Danny Jackson. Game number 4 in Atlanta. By and large, though, if you rate the 2 pitching staffs, you'd have to say the Braves have the better hitting pitchers. Outside and low. 2 balls and 2 strikes when we have 2 good ones here tonight in Green and Maddox.
Phillies have 1 pitcher hitting 1,000.
Mitch Williams.
1 for 1. Won a ball game with it.
But he only hits in the early morning. The 2-2 pitch, low and inside. Ball 3. It's a full count on Green.
Wasn't that game with the Dodgers, that long game?
Yeah, sure. 4:40 a.m. He got a base hit to win it. The windup, the 3-2 pitch, low, ball 4. Green walks. Let's pause for station identification. The Phillies Radio Network.
This is Don Cannon, inviting you to join me tomorrow morning for Cannon in the Morning. We've got the greatest oldies of all time, plus news, weather, and traffic on AM and FM, the stations you sing along to. WOGL Philadelphia.
First base coach Mel Roberts helps Tommy Green on with the warm-up jacket, and Lenny Dykstra will come up.
Threw Tommy Green a 3-2 slider. So that's some respect for a pitcher, and it was down low.
First time up tonight, Lenny Dykstra grounded out to second base, and the ball was hit way over in the hole. Now this time Lemke can't play that far over with a runner at first. If Dykstra hits that same ball now, it's a base hit. Here's the delivery to Lenny. High and tight, ball 1.
That's about the same pitch that Maddox hit Dykstra. Remember the first game of the season? When was it? A couple years ago. Broke a bone in his hand, and Lenny was out for a long time.
Yeah, that was when Greg was still with the Chicago Cubs. 1-0 on Lenny. McGriff is holding Tommy Green, but he's slightly behind the bag and backing up with the pitch. Here's the delivery, and it's a breaking ball outside. 2 balls, no strikes. You know, you wonder, Whitey, whether it's imagination or not, but ever since that ball by Morandini hit Greg Maddox, he doesn't seem to be quite as sharp on the control.
Well, he's fallen behind some hitters, which you hardly ever see him do, and he's run some deep counts.
It probably isn't fair to compare because he faced only 1 batter before that happened. Here's the pitch to Lenny. Inside, ball 3, 3-0.
Well, Lenny will look at 1 pitch. I don't think he'll get a green light here this early in the ball game.
The stretch by Maddox. The 3-0 pitch over for a called strike just below the letters.
would have been a great pitch to hit.
Yeah, it was, because it was up a little bit.
Up a little bit and right through the middle.
It was a pitch that Maddox issued knowing that Dykstra would be taking it. Now all bets are off. Green taking the cautious lead at first base. The stretch. Pitch on the way to Dykstra. Bouncer on the right side. It goes on through for a base hit. Tommy Green takes a wide turn, but wisely stays at second base. Justice fires it back into second. 2 on, nobody out. Lenny Dykstra has hit in all 6 games of the championship series.
There's a good example of what you were talking about, where Lemke was playing. Now, had he been playing Dykstra the same way in that at bat, he would have caught the ball easily. But this way, he was pulled over a little towards second, and the ball just missed his glove. Looked like Green was thinking about going to third, but Larry Boa stopped him, and it's a good thing he did, because Justice got to the ball quickly, and he has a strong arm. Now, Morandini will probably bunt.
Good possibility to move him along for Kruk and Hollins. Mickey, of course, is the guy who hit Maddox with a wicked liner in the leg the first time up. It caromed perfectly to Lemke to make a play on him, but Maddox definitely had to feel that one. The stretch. Pitch to Morandini. He takes high. Did not indicate a bunt.
I would imagine, excuse me, Andy, that the reason Morandini isn't bunting is because of the base runner on second, Tommy Green, who's relatively a slow runner and not a great base runner. We have seen him pinch run, but Tommy is not your excellent base runner.
Stretch. Pitch to Morandini. Breaking ball for a strike. 1-1 on Morandini. Mickey at 250 in postseason play. He's basically been alternating in the games. The Braves have 2 right-handers, 2 left-handers that they've used in the series, and Duncan has played half the games, and Mickey has played half the games. Stretch in the 1-1 pitch. Morandini with a little looping pop foul back at third. Foul over as Pendleton makes the catch for the out. Morandini retired on a shallow pop foul to third baseman Terry Pendleton for the first out.
You have to give Maddox credit there. He really made a good pitch on Morandini. Morandini wanted a lot more out of that at bat. He's trying to pull the ball, and he got jammed. He didn't get the barrel of the bat out there. So that is a big out for Greg Maddox.
In steps John Kruk. Maddox walked Kruk on 4 pitches right after Morandini hit him in the leg with that line drive.
Braves again in that overshift in the outfield, and I have to think that somewhere along the line that has to hurt him. And if you're playing him wrong and you mess up that shift, you can get some extra base hits.
Pitch to John, swing and a foul dropping right at the plate. In fact, Kruk stoops down and picks up the baseball, which was laying in the batter's box. Tonight, as Whitey mentions, the overshift and also the fact that the turf is wet in the outfield here and the ball is going to scoot. So a ball now, for example, hit to the right field corner or hit into right center would almost automatically get to the wall. Stretch. Pitch on the way to Kruk. Low, 1-1. Not low by much. Just under the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kruk standing at the plate with a ripped uniform.
Looks like a blowout, doesn't it?
Right now, yeah, it's on his lower back side.
Wearing that rubber underneath.
The 1-1 pitch to Kruk. Change up, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and Kruk missed time to swing there.
Yeah, Kruk is really trying to hit the ball a long way. He has to settle back now into kind of a defensive hitter and try to get some wood on the ball. He's a better hitter when he hits that way anyway.
Maddox gets a sign from Berryhill. The 1-2 pitch. Kruk takes it low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're scoreless in the third, but the Phillies were threatening. Kruk batting .300 in the LCS. Greg Maddux led the league in innings pitched for the 3rd straight year. The 2-2 pitch to Kruk, bounced on the right side to McGriff. He backs up. He'll have only the play at first for out number 2 as the runners move along. So 2 outs in the inning as Kruk grounds to McGriff, and it's up to Dave Hollins. Hollins out on a ground ball, first time up. Grounded out to second base. A base open here with Dalton to come up next, so Maddux will be intent on retiring Hollins.
Well, Hollins will see some off-speed pitches because that's all they give him. They very seldom ever give him a fastball in the strike zone to hit.
Between them, Hollins and Dalton have driven in just 3 runs in the series so far. Hollins 2 and Dalton 1. They each have 1 home run. And Hollins hit his here off Maddux, but it was after the Braves had a big lead. The stretch. Pitch on the way to Hollins. It's high, a ball.
You know, I gave him a fastball there, but it wasn't anywhere near the strike zone. He has a base open to work with, does Maddux. So he'll make Hollins swing at something off speed. Now Dave can hit that pitch.
Maddux stretches. Pitch on the way to Hollins. It's high. 2-0.
There again, out of the strike zone, breaking or a fastball. You know, some hitters here could say, well, he's going to challenge me here, but that won't happen. He'll throw him. If I were Dave Hollins right now, I would stand up there and look for a 2-0 changeup. And Maddux really has a good deceiving changeup.
Phillies have runners at second and third. The pitcher Tommy Green's at third. It's Lenny Dykstra down at second. Stretch. 2-0 pitch on the way, and it comes in high, ball 3.
Not even close. I don't. You know, if he's going to pitch to Hollins and not give him an intentional walk, you should make something close. All 3 pitches have been way out of the strike zone.
Maddux stretches. 3-0 pitch on the way, right across for a strike. Hollins taking it, 3-1. By the way, the Braves backup catcher Greg Olson said after batting practice tonight that he could catch a few innings but could not hit. Has a sore wrist. 3-1 to Hollins. Low. The bases are loaded. Ball 4. Third walk of the game for Greg Maddux, and Darren Dalton hits with the bases loaded. When Darren batted in the second inning, he hit a wicked line drive, but it held in the air for the right fielder David Justice. Now the Braves, I believe, are going to get some bullpen action. And heading for the mound is Leo Mazzoni, John Kruk's good friend and the Braves pitching coach.
And I believe the pitcher headed for the bullpen is left-hander Mike Stanton. No score, but the Phillies do have him loaded with 2 outs for Dalton.
Steve Bedrosian just made his way from the dugout down to the bullpen. Merker's getting up. And so is another pitcher who just took off his warm-up jackets, probably a right-hander if Merker's getting up because he's a left-hander. It's Bedrosian joining Merker. Well, here's a key spot for Darren Dalton, who has driven in 1 run in the series. It was a home run, and it was a big one. It came in the win on Monday in the top half of the 9th inning to give the Phillies a 3-0 lead. And the Braves came back to tie it before the Phillies won it. Maddux from the stretch. Pitch on the way to Dalton. It is low. Ball 1. The Phillies have kept Maddux in trouble tonight. Now he's facing a bases-loaded 2-out jam. Pitch to Dalton. Cued foul off the end of his bat. He just got a piece of it as he hits it over into the Braves dugout.
Gave him a changeup that was up a little bit. It was a pretty good pitch to hit. Dalton did get way out in front, though. Just get it off the end of his bat.
Ball and a strike. Maddox stretches. The 1-1 to Dalton. Low. 2-1.
Well, you ought to get a pitch to hit here. Now, Maddox doesn't want to go 3-1. And he ought to get something pretty good to swing at.
Maddox gets his sign from Berryhill. The 2-1 pitch. Driven into the right field corner. It's a fair ball. Tommy Green scores. Dykstra right behind him. It's a ground rule double. Phillies get 2 and lead 2-0.
Oh, what a big hit for Darren Dalton. That ball must have hit either on the chalk or just inside it. That was unbelievable. That was so close. It took one hop and bounced up into bounced over the fence. That hit right on the chalk line, Andy. Looking at it on a replay. Right on the inside of the chalk line.
Well, they say it's a game of inches and never more so than there. It bounced out, so for the ground rule double. Holland stops at third. The batter now Eisenreich, and he fouls off the first pitch. Strike 1. Eisenreich also hit a line drive first time up. It was caught by Blauser.
This is also a big at-bat for Eisenreich. There's still 2 runners out there on second and third. Eisenreich lined out in his first at-bat.
Maddox stretches. Here's the pitch. Eisenreich takes it low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike on Jim Eisenreich. Maddox ready. The 1-1 to Eisenreich. Fly ball out into left center field. Getting back is Blauser. Coming in as the left fielder, and a sliding catch made by Gant. Oh boy, he saved a ton of trouble for the Braves there. It looked like a play for Nixon, but Gant took charge and caught that ball with a sliding catch to end the inning. But the Phillies get 2 runs in the inning. They get 2 hits, and they leave 2 men on base. And after 3 innings, the Phillies lead Atlanta 2-0.
Phillies baseball on Oldies 1210 WOGO.
Back here at Veterans Stadium, the Phillies have taken a 2-0 lead on Atlanta. Now we move to the 4th inning, and Ron Gant leads it off for the Braves. He's had 1 at bat tonight, a fly ball to left field. Gant hitting 208 in the series.
He saved 2 runs on that last diving catch he made on that ball that Eisenreich hit.
Didn't look like it was his play, did it, Whitey?
No, it wasn't his play. Probably the center fielder's play.
Green misses inside with a fastball, ball 1.
But Gant may have called him off, and because Nixon did stop.
Here's the windup by Green. Next pitch on the way to Gant. Breaking ball hit to third. Hollins on a step to his left has it. Throw to first, out. Sharply hit, but Hollins to his left makes the play. 1 down in the 4th. That'll bring to the plate Fred McGriff, and always nice to see him batting with the bases empty. Fred drew a walk leading off the 2nd. McGriff has been the Braves' best hitter in the series with 10 hits, batting .455. The windup by Green. Pitch to Freddie. High and away, ball 1. McGriff hit that titanic home run here in game 2 back last Thursday. That kind of set the tone for the night because it happened in the 1st inning. And the pitch to McGriff. It's high a ball. Tommy Green since has said he wasn't so upset with the home run as he was with the fact that he had walked Nixon, and that made it a 2-run homer. The windup by Green. The 2-0 pitch to McGriff just outside. 3-0. Green winds and delivers the 3-0 to McGriff, and it's high and away, ball 4. He's walked him for the second straight time. And they are the only 2 walks surrendered by Green in this game. Here's David Justice, and Justice stung a ball his first time up, a wicked line drive that was caught by Morandini with a leap. And had Morandini not caught the ball, it would have gone all the way to the wall in right center for sure. So Justice steps in 0 for 1. It was a hard and scary 0 for 1. Here's the set by Green. Pitch to Justice. Ground ball hit to Morandini. Backhand shovel to Stocker. 1 to first. Safe. Well, they got the lead man, and there are 2 outs now with Justice at first base. They had a shot at their second double play of the night. Couldn't quite get it.
Yeah, Justice really got out of the box pretty well and hustled that one. Beat the relay throw. He tried to pull a pitch out away from him, and that was a close play at first, but Justice did beat it.
So Pendleton steps in with a runner at first and 2 down. Terry got a single to right field in his first at bat. Phillies lead it 2-0, 4th inning. Pendleton, switch hitter, batting left. Here's the pitch to Terry. Foul back, strike 1.
He had a pitch to hit a long way there. He had a good cut at it, fouled it off, but he had the good part of the bat right on it, just under it, Saul.
Pendleton having an excellent series. He's batting at .391 in the LCS.
He's been hitting for the last couple of months. He's been hitting about as well as anybody.
Green stretches. Here's the pitch to Pendleton. Fly ball, but foul out of play left field side.
It's a great pitch that Green just made on him. A good fastball down and away. You can hit that ball, but you can't really hit it a long way. And that's what Pendleton was trying to do, is get something he can drive and try to tie up the game.
Pendleton has had a hit in all 6 games of the League Championship Series, as has Dykstra. McGriff, the only other player who has a shot at it, but he hasn't done it tonight. Here's the pitch to Pendleton. Swing and a miss. He tried to hold up, and now upon appeal to Tata, they say he did hold up. That's unbelievable. He went all the way around.
Yeah, Pendleton really got a break there, because he crossed the plate with the bat, and that's all you have to do.
Oh, he just saw a replay of it, and that was...
He was way out, way over the plate, yeah.
That's a strike. So the count is 1-2 on Pendleton. Green stretches. Delivers the 1-2 pitch. It's outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Terry Pendleton. Phillies ahead 2-0, 4th inning. Justice at first. Truck holding Justice. The 2-2 Pendleton, high pop-up. There's going to be a play. Foul down the left field line. Hollins back. Stocker back. Stocker calls Hollins off and catches it in foul territory. Pendleton fouls to Stocker, and that ends the inning. No runs, no hits. 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 2-0 Phillies.
This is Oldies 1210 WOGL.
Milt Thompson fouls the first pitch of the bottom of the 4th back to the screen. The Phillies lead 2-0. Thompson got a jam job single up the middle first time around and reached second when Justice bobbled the ball. Next pitch to Milt is low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now the Braves infield play Milt Thompson as a pull hitter. I mean, Blauser's way over there towards second.
Here's the pitch to Milt. It bounces. 2 balls and a strike.
I can't understand that scouting report either, because Milt hits a lot of balls to the left side of the infield, and Pendleton's playing him way off the line at third.
The windup by Maddox. The 2-1 to Thompson. Ground foul straight back. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Milt. Bottom third of the order here. Thompson, Stocker, and Green. Tommy Green has scored 1 of the 2 runs for the Phillies tonight because he was walked as a leadoff man last inning. 2-2 to Thompson. Foul back.
Infield plays Milt as a dead pull hitter. The outfield plays him as a dead opposite field hitter.
The Braves have used some odd defenses in this series, and so far it certainly hasn't hurt them. Here's the windup by Maddox, and the 2-2 to Thompson. Breaking ball, bounced softly on the right side. Maddox fields, throws high over first, and Thompson is safe. The ball went off the glove of McGriff, rolled behind him. Milt Thompson took a header on the bag. It's going to be an error charged to Greg Maddox, who has won the Gold Glove as a pitcher, but made several errors this year.
Yeah, I wonder if that bruised leg had something to do with that error, Andy, because he went over there, he got the ball, but then he had to throw with his weight on that right leg. And he lobbed the ball way over McGriff's head. You really have to get it up there to get it over McGriff's head. And Lemke was over there to back up.
You know, believe it or not, Whitey, Maddox made 7 errors during the regular season, even though we consider him to be a very good fielding pitcher.
Well, he's a Gold Glove fielder in the league.
Here's Stocker, called out on strikes first time around. Throw to first base. Thompson is safe. Second error of the game on the Braves. Atlanta committed no errors through the first 3 games, but they've committed a few since, and some of them have wound up hurting. This is the 4th error of the series on Atlanta. The stretch. Pitch out, nothing cooking. Braves waste a pitch.
You wonder why they'd pitch out. You know, Fregosi, if they have this great scouting report, the scout would have said that Fregosi very seldom ever will pull the hit and run. And that's what that pitch out had to be for, because Stocker won't be bunting.
The stretch. Here's the pitch to Stocker. It's outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Maddox has not been sharp with his control tonight. We have seen Maddox a whole lot more effective than he is in this one, and yet the Phillies have been able to get just 2 runs because everybody knows what kind of a battler this guy is. Greg Maddox at the belt. Throw to first base. Thompson only a 1-step lead and easily able to get back.
I think that right leg even affects his pickoff move, because he has to, of course, push off on that leg. He took a real shot to the right leg off Morandini's bat.
Maddox ready. Here's the pitch to Stocker. Ground ball hit to McGriff. He throws down to Blauser for 1, back on to first, not in time. Stocker running hard. They get a 3-6 fielder's choice. Stocker is safe.
There again, Maddox made an excellent 2-0 pitch on Stocker.
We'll pause here for station identification. This is the Phillies Radio Network.
This is the only station you'll hear Harry Callis, Rich Ashburn, Andy Musser, and Chris Wheeler call every Phillies postseason game. Oldies 1210 WOGL, Philadelphia.
Tommy Green, the batter, walked and scored last inning. The bunt probably in order, but not automatic. He is around to bunt, bunts it foul, strike 1. Tommy, a good hitting pitcher, as we mentioned.
And once in a while, Fregosi will let him take a swing in this situation. Braves are kind of looking for the bunt. They're not, I don't think, 100% committed to it.
They sure have to be looking, though, after he did bunt that first one.
Their infielders are covering late.
Stretch. Pitch to Tommy. Around to bunt. Gets it down. A good one. Fielded by Maddox. Lemke over to cover first. Out. And down to second goes Stocker on green sacrifice bunt. There are 2 outs in the inning, but a runner at second for Lenny Dykstra. And Lenny is 1 for 2 tonight.
I'd almost bet you they walk Dykstra. You know, he's hurt him in this series. Hitting at .304, and they do have a base open. You have Morandini coming up next, who can also hurt you, but I think they might give Dykstra a lot of respect here. They're going to pitch to him.
Yeah, they're going to pitch to him as Barry Hill squats down. So let's see if they really are pitching to him or not. Lenny grounded to second, then single to right. Stretch and the pitch to Lenny. Inside with a fastball. Ball 1. This time Lemke is way back in the hole where he was when he got Dykstra the first time. And Lenny hit that second ball through where Lemke was not the second time because there was a runner on first.
Look at the space that Dykstra has through the middle.
Oh boy. Pitch to Lenny. Check swing, foul, straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lenny has 15 career hits off Maddox if you count the one he got tonight. But his average off Maddox at game time was just .222. Lenny for the series, .304. Phillies lead 2-0. We're in the 4th. Stocker takes a lead at second base. Maddox stretches, delivers to Dykstra. Lenny is pushed back off the plate. 2-1.
Well, he is pitching Dykstra inside. The infield is way over in the pull hitter approach, and so is the outfield really. So he's pitching him right, at least the way they're playing him.
Maddox ready. Here's the 2-1 to Dykstra, and it's on the outside corner just under the belt. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Dykstra.
Gave him an off-speed pitch there. Looks like he took something off a slider and kind of made it a off-speed changeup.
Trying to get a run here out of a combination of the bottom of the lineup and the #1 hitter. The 2-2 to Dykstra. Ripped down the right field line a long way, but a foul ball. Home run distance. It hits the scoreboard at the 6th inning mark. It hit the scoreboard. But of course the scoreboard is in foul ground.
Yeah, he hit that one. He hit that when the pitch was up and in. And Lenny got it right on the meat of the bat. He hit it way up there, but probably about 20-30 feet foul.
Still 2-2 on Dykstra. The inning began with Thompson reaching on an error. Stocker grounded into a fielder's choice and Green sacrificed. Phillies ahead 2-0, bottom of the 4th. Pitch to Dykstra. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Lenny chased a high pitch. Strikeout #2 for Maddox, who survives the error. For the Phillies, no runs, no hits, an error, and 1 left. After 4, 2-0 Phillies.
You're listening to Phillies Baseball on Oldies 1210 WOGL. FM radio. Check it out.
5th inning at the vet. Barry Hill on the first pitch. It's a 1-hopper to the mound. Fielded by Green. Throw to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. In the 5th inning, Phillies ahead 2-0. Chris Wheeler joins us on mic now as we play here in the 5th inning, and pretty impressive by Tommy so far, Wheels.
Well, they started out throwing a lot of breaking balls and all speed, you know, kind of pitching backwards to this fastball hitting team, and now he's starting to throw more fastballs. And you know, you talk to Green and Dalton later, I'm sure that was their purpose coming out, to try and establish his off-speed stuff.
Batter is Lemke, 1 for 1, a single, and there's a breaking ball low, ball 1. And despite his problems and the fact that he was hitting the leg, Greg Maddux is out in the on-deck circle to bat.
No,
what a competitor.
He's unbelievable.
The 1-0 pitch to Lemke. just outside. Dalton held the ball an extra fraction of a second to kind of beg for the pitch, but it didn't help. 2-0. Green delivers the 2-0 pitch, and it's high, ball 3, 3-0 on Lemke. A momentary lapse of concentration for Green here after getting Berryhill on one pitch. Tommy winds, 3-0 pitch to Lemke, outside, ball 4. Didn't come close on those pitches to Lemke, and Maddox will be up to Bunny Malong. Maddox did sacrifice when Lemke singled to start the third.
Well, Maddox is a total package. I mean, he is one of the best fielders, bunters, hitters, and pitchers in the league. He's a very, very good athlete.
So here is Maddox, 1 for 4 as a batter in the League Championship Series this year. Stretch pitch, he's around to bunt, gets it down first base side. It'll be fielded by Kruk. He tags Maddox. So it's 3 unassisted on the sacrifice, and Lemke gets to second base. Maddox has sacrificed twice tonight.
And he walks very gingerly back to the dugout, too. He's obviously having trouble with that right leg. You could see it when he went after Thompson's ball, and he couldn't get to it, and then made the high throw. But, you know, I guess Greg Maddox on one leg is better than a lot of other guys on two.
It's his ball game, and it's sort of like when Schilling goes out there. He figures it's his night, and he wants to stay in. Well, here's Otis Nixon. He is lined to center and struck out. Otis is 0 for 2, runner at second, and 2 away. Curveball, and it's over for a strike. Just received word that the Chicago Cubs today named Tom Troublehorn as their manager. Troublehorn has been a bench coach for the Cubs the last 2 years. And he succeeds Jim Lefevre, who was fired right after the season ended. Stretch and the pitch to Nixon. Swing and a miss. The ball rolls away from Dalton, and taking third base is Lemke.
Got to be a pass ball. Whether he crossed, now Dalton and Green are talking it over. He might have crossed him up. Watching a replay on it, it's a fastball, and Dalton reached for a breaking ball. Yep, he crossed him up, definitely.
No balls and 2 strikes on Nixon. It is a pass ball.
It's hard to believe that he crossed him up with, oh, there's a runner on second, of course. That's what did it.
Now the runner on third base, but an 0-2 count on the hitter Nixon. Green stretches. Here's the pitch to Otis, just outside. Awfully close, but the call wasn't coming, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And they use that great overhead camera shot here, and it was outside.
Now Green looks to get the last out of the 5th inning. The 1-2 to Nixon, just off the corner again. Another pitch that was very close. It's 2-2.
Joe West is being consistent. He's telling you that's not a strike, and they're staying away from Nixon because you want him to hit that fly ball to left.
Here's the 2-2 to Nixon, outside and high, ball 3. 3-2 now on Otis. Tommy stepping back off the mound, blows again on his hand on this chilly night. Phillies 2, Braves nothing, 5th inning. The stretch. The 3-2 to Nixon, low and inside, ball 4. Nixon draws a walk. That's his 5th walk of the series.
That's bad, too, because now you get worried about him over at first. He might steal, and then all of a sudden they'd have the tying run at second base. He was ahead of Nixon, 0-2, just missed with a couple pitches, and then the next 2 weren't close. He threw him a 3-2 breaking ball.
The 4th walk given up by Green. Dalton goes out to counsel with him. 2 of the walks went to McGriff. The batter is Blauser, who has been handled tonight. Blauser is 0 for 2, fly to center, and he struck out, but we are reminded that Blauser hit a home run off Green here in game 2. Blauser with 15 home runs during the regular season. Right-handed batter. Green stretches. Here's the pitch to Blauser. Swing and a foul straight back. Strike one. Just got a piece of it. Blauser 217 in the series. Blauser batted .305 during the year. Lemke at third base. Nixon at first base with 2 outs, so the tying runs on for the Braves, who trail 2-0. Green sets. Here's the pitch. Pop up, foul. It's going to be out of play. Back of the Phillies dugout. No balls and 2 strikes on Blauser. Well, Tommy ahead of his second straight batter, 0-2. Tommy stands by the mound and rubs up a different baseball. During the regular season, Green was 10-0 here at Veterans Stadium. This crowd has been a big ally to the Phillies tonight. Stretch. 0-2 pitch. Hard hit ball. Base hit into left field. Lemke comes around to score. The ball is bobbled by Thompson. Taking an extra base is Nixon, who goes to third. And now Blauser goes on into second. It's a 2-1 ball game.
Thompson kind of zoned out there. The ball hit the wet turf. We knew sooner or later the wet turf would play a part in the ball game. And it ate him up. And then Thompson just kind of lobbed it back towards third. And Blauser saw that and moved up to second. Green made a mistake on an 0-2 pitch, too. He really had Blauser where he wanted him.
So a pass ball and an error in the inning have aided the Braves, who have cut their deficit in half, and now they've got 2 more in scoring position, causing Johnny Padres to come out and have a brief visit before Gant comes up there. A spot where the game could turn right here if Gant comes through. Gant tonight has flied to left and grounded to third, so the Braves have second and third with 2 outs. And Gant in a key spot for his side with the Phillies leading 2-1. Green stretches and delivers to Gant. Breaking ball, tap foul, third base side. Green has been getting ahead of the hitters. After he walked Lemke on 4 pitches, he went strike 1 on the next 3 batters. One strike to count on Gant. That was Blauser's second run batted into the series. Now time is called. A ball got loose, something out of the stands. Blauser's only other RBI was his home run off Green back in game 2. Tommy stretches. The 1-strike pitch to Gant right across for a called second strike. He started to pull the trigger and then didn't, and took it for a strike. So for the 3rd batter in a row, Tommy Green is ahead in the count, 0-2. Can he put him away? Stretch. 0-2 pitch. Over for a called 3rd strike. Gant caught looking to end the inning. Green's 3rd strikeout. The Braves have a run. 1 hit, 1 error, 2 men left on base. We go to the last of the 5th. 2-1 Phillies.
Now.
Morandini sends a ground ball towards second. Off the glove of Lemke. Morandini safe at first to start the bottom of the 5th. Lemke had to go hard to his right. He had a play, though, but the ball bounced off the heel of his glove, and he will be charged with an error.
It's a really easy play for Lemke, too, because the ball was so weakly hit. It was right off the end of the bat. He could have taken it, backhanded it, or got in front of it. He decided to backhand it, and as you said, Andy, it just kicked off the heel of the glove. An easy play and a big break there to get the inning started.
That's the 3rd error of the night on the Braves. It's the 2nd error of the series on Lemke, and the last time he made an error, it cost the Braves 2 runs in a ball game. Here's John Kruk. Maddox stretches, throws to first, and Mickey was leaning and had to dive back. John Kruk tonight has walked and grounded to first, 0 for 1. Imagine the Braves with no errors in the first 3 games of the series and 3 errors tonight in a game where they have their backs to the wall. 2-1 Phillies in the 5th. Maddox again goes to first. It was closer still this time, but Morandini got back. The starters still in the ball game, Tommy Green and Greg Maddux, though Maddux was hit with a liner off his right leg in the first inning, and it obviously has to hurt him. It has hampered him on some plays, but he remains in the game. Stretch. Here's the pitch to Kruk, over for a called strike as it catches the outside corner. Got the heart of the order here with Morandini reaching to start the inning. Kruk, Hollins, and Dalton lined up. Atlanta errors tonight on Justice, Maddox, and Lemke. Stretch. Throw to first. Mickey dives back head first. Phillies with a pass ball and an error in the top half of the inning where the Braves scored, but that run Atlanta got is an earned run. One strike on Kruk. John batting .286 in the series. Maddox sets and delivers to Kruk outside. 1-1. Well, if there is a Game 7 tomorrow, it's Terry Mulholland for the Phillies and Tom Glavine for Atlanta, and it would start at the same time. Here's the stretch. And Maddox just steps off the rubber wheels. I love Kruk's line where he says, we're all like a bunch of recovering alcoholics. We take it one day at a time.
I said that to him today. I said, that was one of your best ones. He says, that's true, isn't it? I said, well, yeah, when you know you guys, that's exactly what it is like.
Maddox gets the sign. The 1-1 pitch to Kruk. Off-speed pitch, swing and a miss.
Kruk loves that ball up, and he got one up there, but it was a tough pitch to hit. It was so high. But that's a pitch he can really hurt somebody on when he gets it up in the strike zone. He tried to check his swing and couldn't.
1-2 the count now on John with Morandini at first. No outs here in the 5th. Phillies led it 2-0. Saw the Braves come back in the top half and get one. So it's great to answer back with some more of your own. Here's the pitch to Kruk. Ground ball hit down to McGriff. He's got it. He'll take the out at first. Now throws to second, but that's late. Morandini at second base after Kruk grounds to first. 1 out in the inning.
Blauser did a heck of a job. Then Blauser, when he caught that throw, Morandini was sliding. Blauser acted as if he didn't know where the ball was or that it had gotten by him, hoping that maybe Morandini would jump off second base a little bit. But Morandini did not. It was really a good play by Blauser.
That brings up Dave Hollins. Dave is 0 for 1, ground ball to second plus a walk. Play by Kruk as good as a sacrifice. Not that you would be sacrificing with a John Kruk in this spot. And let's see what Hollins can do. He has knocked in 2 runs in the series. Hit a home run off Maddox to do it. Swing and a miss. They give Hollins a steady diet of off-speed stuff.
Yeah, they're throwing him a lot of breaking balls and change-ups. And he's swinging fastball in a lot of situations. So McGriff must have not had a good grip on that ball or just decided Morandini got in a good break, because McGriff's one of the better throwers to second. He'll almost always go for the lead man.
He did it earlier tonight when Stocker batted. Back in the, well, it was last inning in the bottom half of the 4th. Now Maddox has the sign. The 1-strike pitch to Hollins. It's high. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-1 Phillies. We're in the 5th. Phillies have won 5 straight 1-run ball games in League Championship Series play. Maddox went 7 innings in game 2 here on Thursday. Gave up 2 runs on 5 hits. High drive, deep right center field. Watch it, watch it. Gone to the seats. Dave Hollins with a 2-run home run. It's 4-1 Phillies.
Oh, did he hit that thing over that logo of Carnations out there in deep right center. That's like a 400-foot home run off Greg Maddux, who got a ball up to him, and he just crushed it.
Hollins with his second home run, both of them coming off Maddux. This one meaning a whole lot more than the first one, because that was when the Phillies were way down in the ball game.
It was another off-speed pitch, Andy, and it stayed up a little bit, and he just tattooed it.
So the Phillies have a 3-run lead, and the batter is Dalton, who knocked in 2. He takes low, ball 1. Dalton doubled to knock in the first 2 runs. The 1-0 pitch on the way to Dalton comes inside and is not caught by Berryhill and hits the umpire Joe West right on the shoulder. 2 balls, no strikes on Dalton. Now Leo Mazzoni's coming to the mound, and this crowd is at a fever pitch.
And you know, you just think it's a matter of time until Maddux finally can't do it after getting hit with that bullet by Morandini early. He has just gutted it out for so long, and I'm sure they're just going out there and just say, "You all right?" And he's also 2-0 on Dalton, and they want to make sure he doesn't throw a cream puff to him here.
He's remaining in the game. Mazzoni back to the dugout.
Crowd is doing that infernal chop. It's a mock chop.
Here's the pitch to Dalton. Foul back. The mock chop.
It's a mock chop, yeah.
By the way, the IBM tail of the tape on Hollins' mighty home run was 422 feet. Pitch to Dalton, grounded foul, first base side to level the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Oh yeah, that was a long home run when you consider he hit it left-handed, which is supposedly his offside.
Let's pause for station identification. The Phillies Radio Network.
Hi, this is Don Cannon. Get up with Cannon in the morning on AM and FM tomorrow morning. We've got the news, sports, weather, traffic, and the music you grew up with here on Oldies 1210 WOGL.
A line
Philadelphia.
drive to the mound. I don't know how Maddux caught that ball, but he did. A wicked liner. I mean, not a humpbacker by any means. A smash, and Maddux caught it.
And that one wasn't in danger of hitting him either. That was just going to probably go up the middle. He reached out to his right and caught it. He's such a good athlete, isn't he?
He is. Here's Eisenreich, 0 for 2 tonight. Pitch on the way to Eisenreich, very high, ball 1. Eisenreich hit a liner to short, fly to left.
And they have 2 pitchers up again, Andy, in the bullpen. So they're obviously concerned.
Maddux winds, and the pitch grounded towards shortstop. Blauser's got it. His throw to first base is over in time for the out, and the Phillies are retired, but they get 2 runs on the long homer by Hollins. One of the runs is not earned. There was the only hit in the inning was Hollins' homer, and nobody left on base. Rich Ashburn play-by-play in the 6th, and it's 4-1 Phillies.
Join AAA Mid-Atlantic today.
Fred McGriff will lead it off. McGriff, Justice, Pendleton to face Tommy Green. McGriff has been up twice and walked twice. First pitch to him misses, ball 1. Phillies lead it 4-1, top of the 6th. Tommy Green winds. Here's the pitch. Missed again, ball 2.
You know, you want him to challenge Fred McGriff sooner or later. You know, he hits a home run, big deal. But you don't want to have him keep getting on base with Justice coming along.
Yeah, I don't know if he's thrown McGriff a strike yet. He might have thrown 1 or 2.
McGriff chases bad balls, too, but he's very patient tonight.
2-0 pitch. Pop foul. Playable or not? Nope, back into the crowd. On the third base side, 2-1 to count on McGriff. Might have chased a bad pitch there. Dykstra's hit a 2-run double, and Hollins has hit a 2-run homer. And the Braves scored a run in the top of the 5th. Blauser knocked it in. 2-1 pitch to Fred McGriff. Missed, low and inside. 3-1 the count. Tommy Green seems to have it in his head tonight that he's not going to let McGriff swing the bat.
Yeah.
But when you have a 3-run lead, you better make him swing the bat. We'll see here. 3-1 the count. Here's the pitch. McGriff takes low, ball 4. He has walked all 3 times tonight. I can't believe Green wanted to do that. I think he gave him a 3-1 slider.
He sure doesn't want to walk him. And Justice has hit 2 rockets tonight. The great play by Morandini, and then the fielder's choice last time. You notice Morandini was not playing in classic double play depth last time. That's why they didn't get the double play. With a lead, he was playing back a little bit deeper for Justice, who pulls the ball so hard. And once again, he's not playing and cheating in double play depth. He's back.
Justice robbed of a base hit his first time up, grounded into a force out. His second time, McGriff's on first, nobody out. Braves are an explosive ball club. You don't want to give them too many big opportunities. Time is called, and Justice steps out. McGriff with a short lead. Green's pitch. Justice, fly ball, popped it up. Shortstop Kevin Stocker under the ball, makes a catch. There was a major league pop-up.
Whitey, that's one of those balls, and you know as a player, that when it goes up like that, the crowd all goes with a sigh of relief because they figure it's an out, and the fielder's going, oh my God, look at that thing.
It was up there a long way. Justice is out for the first out. Here's Pendleton, who is singled and popped out to the shortstop.
There are very few infielders that don't do a little staggering under a ball like that, and Stocker's feet were going kind of quick at the end.
Yeah, you know, you just wait and wait and wait. It's still coming down
like a rock.
Pendleton's had a good series here, hitting .375, 1 on, 1 out. Here's the pitch, popped him up. Third baseman Hollins in foul territory, makes the catch, 2 away. Good pitch there by Tommy Green. He jammed Pendleton.
He got both Justice and Pendleton on one pitch too.
Damon Berryhill, who has grounded into a double play and grounded out to the pitcher. 0 for 2, hitting .235. He's a dangerous hitter. He can drive the ball if you make a bad pitch on him. McGriff's at first, 2 outs. Phillies play Berryhill as a pull hitter, and they play him deep. Green sets out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Missed low, ball 1.
Mickey Morandini can really cheat now. I mean, he's way back behind that white line with a slow hitter up in Berryhill, who's also a pull hitter, and there are 2 outs.
Green checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Berryhill swings, fouls it back. 1-1 the count. Throwing Berryhill 2 straight sliders.
They're throwing him the slower breaking ball too, meaning that they think that he can catch up better to a hard breaking ball than like the in-between one that he's getting.
McGriff leads off first, 2 outs. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Berryhill, ground ball to Morandini. He gloves, playing deep, over to first. Berryhill is out. That'll retire the side. The crowd really getting into every out. No runs, no hits, 1 left on. Phillies hitting in the 6th. They lead 4-1.
You're listening to Phillies Baseball on Oldies 1210 WOGL.
Baseball. We'll take your telephone calls and analyze all of the action. That's right after the start of the game show here on Oldies 1210 WOGL.
Milt Thompson leads off for the Phillies. Bottom of the 6th, he fouls the first pitch back. It'll be Thompson, Stocker, and Green to face Greg Maddux. Thompson is 1 for 2 with a single, has also reached base on an error. Pitch to him is high, 1-1 the count. Phillies with a 4-1 lead. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Greg Maddux, I think he's pitching with a real bad right leg. 2-1 pitch is popped foul left side. It'll reach the crowd.
I think most guys would have been out of this game a long time ago, but not this guy, and not at this time of the year.
It seems like where you can really see it is in his follow-through.
That's his push-off leg.
And throwing to first on a pickoff move. That's his push-off leg. Thompson, ground ball, deep short. Blauser drops the ball, but that'll be an infield single. He had to go way to his right, and he just could knock it down. So Milt Thompson with a leadoff single.
Well, they had him played up the middle. You know how we've been talking about it so much, Whitey, the way they overshift everybody. They had him played so far up the middle that even though he got jammed and hit it right toward shortstop, Blauser had to run 20 feet to get to it. He had no chance.
No chance. That's right. I think that extreme shift, they play him as a dead pull hitter in the infield and a dead opposite field hitter in the outfield.
Right.
Here's Stocker. Stocker has struck out and grounded into a force out at second. Stocker hitting at 190 in the NLCS. Milt Thompson on first, nobody out. Milt's a pretty good base runner. Maddox checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Bunted. Foul.
Stocker bunting for a base hit there, just trying to get on with Tommy Green on deck. I'd like to thank you thank the people from Maalox for sending us all this stuff?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, we got extra strength Maalox, regular Maalox, Maalox Plus, and Mitch hasn't even come in the game yet.
That'll also come in handy for the great Celebrese pizza we just gobbled.
Oh, you
down.
never need that after Celebrate.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's right. We want to thank those folks again, though.
They're the best. Bobby and the guys over at Celebrate.
Strike one on Stocker. Throw to first. Too late to get Thompson.
Hey, we could really notice Maddox struggling was when Thompson hit that little topper near the line, and he hobbled over for it and then threw high to first.
Thompson with a fair lead off first. Strike one on Stocker. The right-hander with a pitch. Stocker takes outside. 1-1 the count. Braves bullpen is working. I believe that might be Merker. Kent Merker.
Had Bedrosian up earlier. Now it's just Merker, the left-hander.
62,502 here tonight. Sell out. Here's the pitch. Tried to check his swing, went around on a high pitch. So it's a ball and 2 strikes on Stocker. Dalton doubled in 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd. Braves scored a run in the 5th. Blauser knocked it in, and then Dave Hollins with a tape measure home run in the 5th, a 2-run homer. Pitch to Stocker, swing and a miss, struck him out on a changeup. That's the 3rd strikeout.
We're talking about guys playing on guts tonight, like Maddox says Stocker is too. He was very, very ill today, and you know, there's some days you wouldn't play, but he's playing tonight.
Here's Tommy Green. Was walked, scored a run, and sacrificed. And he'll probably try to sacrifice again.
Yeah, they'd like to move Thompson along and try and give Dykstra a shot.
Maddox checks the runner, steps off the rubber. Time is called. Probably will be Maddox's last inning of work. He's due to bat second in the 7th inning. Milt Thompson leads off first, 1 down. Green squares to bunt. Bunts it back to the pitcher. Maddox faked the throw to second, then went to first. Green will get the sacrifice.
Greeny's done it with a bat tonight, too. He walked and scored a run. He's bunted 2 runners over.
So Thompson on second, 2 away for Lenny Dykstra. Dykstra's 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored.
Bobby Cox is coming out. Well, they have the base open. Lenny almost hit a 2-run home run his last time up. You know, not that they're going to walk him here, but they're talking about pitching carefully to him and take their chances with Morandini.
Well, he struck Lenny out the last time in almost the same situation.
Right, but that was right after he hit a ball, you know, way, way deep but foul to right.
Bobby Cox back to the dugout. Bobby Cox was named Manager of the Year by the Sporting News, and that's a poll of managers. That's kind of a surprise. Bobby Cox is an excellent manager, but when you take a team from last place to first, looks like Jim Fregosi, who finished second, would have received a little more consideration. They're going to walk Dykstra this time.
They're not even going to take a chance this time.
They'll walk Lenny intentionally to get to Morandini. That'll be the 4th walk given up by Maddox, this one intentional. And ball 4 now to Dykstra. So Milt Thompson at second, Dykstra on first. Mickey Morandini, the batter. Mickey was robbed of a base hit his first time up. He's popped out and reached base on an error. Officially 0 for 2. And they're over-shifting on Morandini again. If he could hit a ball between first and second.
Yeah, he's got a big hole there.
It might get to the wall. Maddox with a pitch. Morandini takes high and outside, ball 1.
Well, they take their chances. I mean, they figure he's going to hit the ball up the middle, as he did when he hit Maddox with the ball early in the game. So that, you know, Maddox pitches him away, and they play him that way.
Ball 1 to Morandini. 2 on, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Strike called, off speed pitch. 1-1 to count to Morandini. Mariano Duncan has a slight rib cage injury, and he'll play if they have to. Swing and a miss on a changeup, but Morandini really fooled by that pitch.
That's such a good pitch, that changeup that he has. He struck Stocker out with one. He has such good motion with it, and it goes down and away from the left-hand hitter. It looks like a fastball when it leaves his hand. They swing fastball, and it's gone by the time it gets there.
That ball bounced up there. Morandini really chased a bad pitch there. A ball and 2 strikes on Morandini. Can't believe the shift they have on him in the outfield, but they only have about 2/3 of the outfield covered. Here's the pitch. Did he swing? Did he check his swing? Yes, he did. Pitch was outside. The appeal to Tata. He turns it down. The count is 2-2.
Like another changeup too. That one went a little bit further outside, and he saw it a little sooner.
I'll tell you one thing. He almost swung it.
Oh yeah. Maddox has
cross the plate.
Such a good changeup.
Ready with a 2-2 pitch. Line drive, base hit into that right field corner. Watch him run. 1 run is in. Here comes Dykstra. Morandini with a triple. A 2-out triple. Phillies lead it 6-1, and they really beat the shift there.
I think he threw one changeup too many.
That ball was drilled into the right field corner. Dave Justice, playing way over into right center, had a long run. Bobby Cox is coming out, and that's going to be all for Greg Maddox. A pitching change for the Braves. Phillies lead it 6-1. We'll be back in a moment.
The Bell Atlantic mobile call to the bullpen has been made. More Phillies baseball coming up right after this.
What if you had a...
Is the Sports Authority? Well, ever been to Denmark? It may be a small country, but it makes a huge sporting goods store. Come to the Sports Authority. You've never seen anything quite like it.
Visit the Sports Authority stores in Exton, Deptford, Northeast Philadelphia, Mapleshade, Lawrenceville, Allentown, and Montgomeryville. The Sports Authority. You've never seen anything quite like it.
Hi, this is Harvey Holliday. Enjoy your weekday afternoons with me from 2 to 6. We've got all your favorite oldies right here on Oldies 1210 WOGL.
Mark Lemke will lead it off for the Braves here in the 7th. Phillies on top 6-1. Lemke has singled and walked and scored the Braves' lone run. Deion Sanders moves into the on-deck circle to bat for Kent Mercker. Green's pitch to Lemke, over for a called strike, 0-1. This crowd of 62,502 has been in this game from the opening pitch. Now the one-strike pitch, swing and a miss, got him with an off-speed pitch, took something off his breaking ball, no balls and 2 strikes. Tommy Green, who was shelled in Game 2, has pitched superbly here in Game 6. The 0-2 pitch, breaking ball just missed, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now the 1-2 pitch. Called third strike, struck him out with a breaking ball. Strikeout number 4 for Tita Green. 1 down here in the 7th. The Phillies and Braves now combined for another league championship series record. That's strikeout number 100 combined by both staffs, breaking the mark previously held by the Braves and the Pirates in the 91 LCS. Here's Deion Sanders. Prime time is 0 for 2 in this LCS. Was a good pinch hitter during the regular season. He was 12 for 29. Pitch to him, over at the knees for a called strike. No balls and a strike to Deion Sanders. Now the 1-strike pitch. Swing and a foul back up over the screen. Green ahead of him, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Deion Sanders. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 5 strikeouts for Tita Green. We'll pause for station identification on the Phil's Radio Network.
This is Don Cannon, inviting you to join me tomorrow morning for Cannon in the Morning. We've got the greatest oldies of all time, plus news, weather, and traffic on AM and FM, the stations you sing along to, WOGL Philadelphia.
Here's Otis Nixon. He's lined to center, struck out and walked. Wind up by Tommy Green in the pitch. Tried to butt his way on, drops in front of the plate. Dalton on it in a hurry, throws, still didn't get him. He deadened the ball between the plate and the mound. Dalton got on it cat quick, rifled to first, still did not get Nixon, who has, of course, the great speed, a bunt single.
Hard to beat out a bunt that drops right between the plate and the mound, but Nixon beat that easily. Don't think he'll try to steal. Never know.
He's tried twice this series. Dalton has thrown him out twice. The Braves have not stolen a base in this series. Here's a pitch to Blauser. Line shot to deep left. It's a fair ball home run. Line drive home run into the bullpen in left field. And all of a sudden it's a 6-3 ball game on the line homer by Blauser.
Like Tommy got a little careless, got that pitch up to Blauser. That's what the Braves needed. They're 3 back, but I tell you, that's a lot better than 5 back after Green struck out the first 2 batters. All of a sudden, a bunt and a home run. That ball just cleared the fence into the Braves bullpen.
Johnny Padres is coming out to the mound to talk to Tommy Green. We have bullpen activity. Right-hander Larry Anderson, left-hander David West getting up in the Phillies bullpen. So it is now a 6-3 ball game. 2 outs and no base runners now following the homer by Blauser. Green got the first 2 men out. Struck out Lemke, and he struck out pinch hitter Sanders. Then a bunt single by Nixon to the homer by Blauser, and here's Ron Gant, who's flied out, grounded out, and struck out. Wind up by Green in the pitch. Swing hard, ground foul down the third base side. No balls and a strike to Ron Gant. Bills lead it 6-3 here in the 7th. Now the 1-strike pitch. Swing and a number right back to Tommy Green. Gloves and lobs to first, and down go the Braves in the 7th. They scored 2 on 2 hits. Big blow, a homer by Blauser. No errors and none left. Stretch time of the bet. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Phillies leading Atlanta 6-3.
This is Oldies 1210 WOGL.
Gets you a game ticket, round-trip airfare, and transportation to and from the game. Call 1-800-388-3434 for the World Series Express.
Greg McMichael is the new pitcher for Atlanta, bottom of the 7th, coming on for Kent Mercker, who retired, the only man he faced, and Dave Hollins, the first one to face McMichael, takes one that bounces up there for a ball. McMichael has appeared in 3 games in this LCS. Phillies have scored on him in each game. He's worked 3 in the 3rd inning, 6 hits and 3 runs. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Low, ball 2, 2-0. Hollins is grounded out, walked, and slugged a 2-run home run. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Low, 3-0. Darren Dalton a 2-run double, Dave Hollins a 2-run homer, and Mickey Morandini a 2-run triple. Pitch to him is a strike on the outside corner at the knees. It's 3 balls and a strike to Dave Hollins. Wind up by McMichael, the 3-1 pitch, fastball wide, ball 4. He walked him. So Hollins is aboard with a leadoff walk here in the 7th. It'll bring up Darren Dalton.
Dutch hit him for a home run yesterday, day before. Home run in the 9th inning that wound up being a pretty big run as it turned out.
He's lined out to right, double to knock in a pair, and hit a screamer back at Maddox, who made a fine play on the line drive. Hollins first base, nobody out. The stretch and the pitch. Right there for a called strike, 0-1. McMichael features a pound ball that breaks. You can throw it to break away from a left-hander and away from a right-hander. Now the 1-strike pitch. Wide for a ball. It's 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-hander Mark Wohlers, left-hander Mike Stanton are throwing down Atlanta's bullpen. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Called strike on the outside corner at the knees. Dalton not happy with the call by Joe West. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now the stretch. 1-2 pitch. Pound ball low for a ball. It's 2-2. Here's the stretch by McMichael. The 2-2 pitch, swing, and a looping foul down the left field side. It'll go out of play. It's still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dave Hollins at first base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Phillies lead 6-3. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing, and he smothers a foul down the first base side. Count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Darren Dalton. Phillies trying to become the first National League East team to win the NL pennant since 1987. When St. Louis did. Here's the stretch, the 2-2 pitch. Bouncing ball up the middle. It has eyes. It's a base hit to center field. Hollins goes to third, and the Phillies have runners at first and third. Nobody out here in the 7th.
Well, that's the overshift on the infield that Dalton just bounced it through the middle. And of course, the outfield was playing him just the opposite, so Otis Nixon had to come way over from left center to chase that ball down, and I believe the Braves now are going to have to bring their infield in, Harry.
Jim Eisenreich will be the batter with the runners at first and third, and nobody out here in the 7th. Bills lead 6-3. Atlanta will bring the infield in. Eisenreich, who was lined out to short, fly to shallow left on a great catch by Gant and grounded out, steps in. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Swing, ground ball, foul, first base side. No balls and a strike to Jim Eisenreich. Even on that foul ball, Dave Hollins going on contact. And the Braves huddle in the infield as Terry Pendleton calls Damon Berryhill out. Jeff Blauser also does.
I'm sure that Larry Boa has told Dave Hollins, you know, make the ball get through the infield. There's nobody out. I'm not so sure that's going to take. You might have to throw a rope around him.
Now the stretch by McMichael. And the pitch. Swing, ground ball. Here comes Hollins. Throw to the plate. He is out at home plate. Hollins thought he had crossed the plate. He came in standing. He did not slide, and Jim Fregosi comes out to argue that Berryhill never did make a tag. But he's ruled out at home plate, and Fregosi arguing with Cowboy Joe West.
West just told Fregosi, he said he didn't slide. Well, he called him out easily. There was no big call.
Oh, wow. Looking at a replay, he was safe. Berryhill took it in front of the plate. Hollins just kept running, didn't slide, but had his foot on the plate.
Yeah, he should have slid. There wouldn't have been any question had he made a slide.
At any rate, 1 out, runners at first and second. It's low for a ball, so Hollins was indeed going on contact, even with the infield in. And it should have paid off, but did not. 1 down. 1-0 to Milt Thompson, who is 2 out of 3. Dalton's at second. Eisenreich is at first. Now the pitch. Missed a little bit wide. It's 2-0.
He was safe anyway.
Yeah.
Even though he didn't slide, he was safe.
The 2-0 pitch is over at the knees for a called strike. It's 2-1. Knowing Hollins, he was probably didn't slide because he was looking for Barry Hill to block the plate. And was all geared up for a plate collision. Here's a tap to shortstop Blauser. One play to first, just got him on a bang-bang play. Moving up to third base as Dalton Eisenreich moves up to second, and with 2 outs, it brings up Kevin Stocker.
I would imagine they'd walk Stocker here with Green coming up next. Phillies do have their bullpen working, but I don't think they'd take Green out of this game. Well, that was a close play at first on Milt Thompson. Now Bobby Cox is headed for the mound again. I guess he just wants to talk over what they're going to do with Stocker. I don't believe he'd pull him out of this inning. Stocker's a switch hitter. Wouldn't do much good to bring in a left-hander.
Just talking about whether they're going to pitch to Stocker or not. Stocker is struck out, hit into a fielder's choice, and struck out. Philly runners are at second and third with 2 outs. Bills lead 6-3 in Game 6 of the National League Championship Series. Phillies trying to wrap it up and head to the World Series against Toronto. Joe West is coming out to speed up the conference. And we'll see what they have decided to do with Stocker. Tommy Green's scheduled to hit next.
I think they almost have to walk him. They can't. I don't think they're in a position to take a chance.
They are going to put him on intentionally. This will load the bases and force the hand of Jim Fregosi as to whether he sticks with Tommy Green or runs out a pinch hitter here. He's going to run out a pinch hitter. Ricky Jordan moves into the on-deck circle to bat for Tommy Green. So Tommy Green gives the Phillies 7 good innings. Gave up 3 runs on 5 hits. Struck out 5. And he walked 5. And now it's Ricky Jordan with the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the 7th.
And you had David West warming up in the bullpen, and now Cox is out again. He's going to Mark Wohlers.
Cox is going to make a pitching change and bring in the hard-throwing right-hander Mark Wohlers. So we have a pitching change for the Braves. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Phillies lead 6-3. Back after these messages. Mark Wohlers, the hard-throwing right-hander, is the new pitcher for the Braves. This will be his 4th game in this LCS. He's lost one of them. 0-1, 4.50 ERA. He's pitched 4 innings. Given up 2 hits, both of them homers to Lenny Dykstra. One of them on Monday night, which beat in the ball game. He has struck out 9, and he has walked 3. So of the 12 outs he's recorded, 9 of them have been strikeouts. Bases loaded, 2 outs. He's facing Ricky Jordan, who's making his 2nd appearance in this LCS. Jordan pinch hit in an earlier game and walked. Lifetime against Wohlers. Jordan is hitless. Nothing out of 5. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Here's the stretch. And the pitch to Jordan. Swing. He had a cut. He fouls it straight back. 0-1.
Had a good cut at a real high pitch. He was going to sit on that fastball, which he did, but he chased the bad one.
No balls and a strike to Ricky Jordan. Now the stretch and the pitch. Missing a little bit high for a ball. It's 1-1. Bowler certainly wants to get this man out because on deck is Lenny Dykstra, who has taken him deep twice in this LCS. Here's the stretch. 1-1 pitch, swing, bouncing ball, tapped softly, shortstop. Blauser charges, throws Jordan out, and that'll retire the side. For the Phillies in the 7th, no runs, 1 hit. No errors. Phil's leading loaded. We go to the 8th inning. Phillies leading the Braves 6-3. David West is the Phillies' new pitcher coming on here in the 8th inning with the Phils leading at 6-3. West is appearing in his 3rd LCS game. 1 2/3 innings. He's given up 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, has struck out 4 and walked 2. Atlanta has been the toughest club on West all year, including the regular season. So he is on here for Tommy Green in the 8th inning with the Phils leading by 3. Fred McGriff will be the first one to face West. Prime Dog has walked all 3 times that he's been up. He'll be followed by David Justice and then Terry Pendleton. Time is called as McGriff is distracted by fans carrying a banner in center field just above the batting eye backdrop. Now we're ready in the pitch. Fastball right there for a called strike. No balls and a strike to Fred McGriff. Wind up by West and the pitch. Low for a ball. It's 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Fred McGriff. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing, big swing, no contact. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the windup and the 1-2 pitch. Called 3rd strike. He struck him out. Fred McGriff is called out on strikes. 1 down here in the 8th inning. It'll bring up David Justice.
Well, you know, he was brought in here to face McGriff and Justice. He made a perfect 3rd strike pitch to McGriff right on that outside corner.
Here's Justice. He's lined out on a great catch by Morandini. Hit into a fielder's choice on a good play by Morandini. And popped up, and he fouls the first pitch back. 0-1. Bills lead 6-3, 8th inning. Now the windup by West in the pitch. Fastball is high for a ball. It's 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to David Justice. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing, ground ball. Nice grab by West. Throws him out. That's 2 down. Good play by David West. On a comebacker to the mound. And it will bring up Terry Pendleton. Pendleton is 1 out of 3.
A nice play by David West. The ball was hit sharply. It took a big hop for him. He's not known as your basic gold glove fielder out there, but he made a good play there.
And up in the Phillies bullpen, the wild thing, Mitch Williams. Here's Pendleton with 2 outs and no base runners in the 8th inning. Phillies lead 6-3. The pitch to Pendleton, high for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball and no strike. Now the pitch. Got that one over for a called strike. It's 1-1. Wind up by West in the 1-1 pitch. Fastball foul to the screen. We'll pause for station identification on the Phil's radio network.
Hi, this is Don Cannon. Get up with Cannon in the morning on AM and FM tomorrow morning. We've got the news, sports, weather, traffic, and the music you grew up with here on Oldies 1210 WOGL, Philadelphia.
Fans are on their feet now. A ball and 2 strikes to Terry Pendleton with 2 outs and no base runners in the 8th inning. David West winds the 1-2 pitch wide for a ball. It's 2-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing, line drive, foul, right field side. Holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. John Smoltz is throwing in the Braves bullpen. West wants a different ball from the plate umpire, Joe West. Here's the windup and the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a high foul back into the upper deck. Stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Terry Pendleton. Jeff Blauser has knocked in all 3 Atlanta runs tonight with an RBI single and a 2-run homer. Three balls and 2 strikes to Pendleton. 2-2 pitch, swing, and a foul straight back to the screen. It stays 2-2. West roughs up a different ball from Cowboy Joe West. David West ready to go to work here. 2-2 to Pendleton. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Very high. It's full count. Damon Berryhill due up next. Two pitch, swing, and another foul out of play. Still 3-2 to Pendleton. Pendleton battling West here. Three balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, no base runners, 8th inning. The 3-2 pitch, swing, and a well-hit ball to center, but Dykstra backtracking, makes the catch in front of the warning track. The Phillies are 3 outs away from the World Series. No runs, hits, errors, none left. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 6-3, Phils.
Phillies, check it out.
Bottom half of the 8th inning, the Phillies lead it by a score of 6-3. Phils are 3 outs away from the 1993 World Series against the Toronto Blue Jays. Lenny Dykstra will lead it off. Dude sprouted out, singled, struck out, and walked. He has scored 2 of the Phillies' 6 runs. Facing Mark Wohlers, whom he's faced twice in this LCS and has hit 2 home runs off him. Pitch, he was trying to hit a 3rd one. He fouls it straight back. A first ball fastball, 0-1.
He had the pitch and he had the swing. Fouled it off.
All of our great Phillies fans, and we're fortunate enough to celebrate something special tonight. Let's show the rest of the country how to do it in style. Let's be able to remember the excitement and joy of good times. Make it a good, memorable time for yourself and for those around you.
And make sure you wait till it's over.
That is correct. Bills need 3 more outs to reach the World Series. It'll be in the hands of the Wild Thing. Here's a pitch low for a ball. It's 1-1. Mitch Williams is up in the bullpen. One ball and 1 strike to Lenny Dykstra. Now the 1-1 pitch. Big swing, no contact. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bill's got a 2-run double from Darren Dalton in the 3rd, 2-run homer from Dave Hollins in the 5th, and a 2-run triple from Mickey Morandini in the 6th. All 3 Atlanta runs knocked in by Jeff Blauser. 1-2 pitch bouncing up there. It's 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Lenny Dykstra.
I think Lenny ought to get his fastball here. Wallers does not want to go 3-2 on Dykstra. Seems to have a little trouble getting his breaking pitch over. The last 3-2 count he had on Dykstra hit it out of the ballpark.
Now the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, and Joe West says he swung. Dykstra arguing with West, who got help from the 3rd base umpire, but West says he had it all the way. It bounced up there, but Dykstra's out on strikes.
West called it himself. You can't get an appeal. And he didn't go very far. His bat did cross the plate. And I think that's probably an accurate call by Joe West. Not a popular call, but accurate.
Here's Mickey Morandini, and the pitch to him is high for a ball. 1-0. Mickey 1 for 4. It was a big one, a 2-run triple. Now the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a high towering fly to center, not deep. Otis Nixon drifts in. He makes the grab, and that's 2 down. It will bring up John Kruk. Kruk's 0 for 3 with a walk. Looking ahead to the Braves in the 9th, they will hit Damon Berryhill, Mark Lemke, and a pinch hitter for Wohlers. Scheduled to face Mitch Williams. Here's the Crucker with 2 outs and no base runners. Pitch to him. Fastball way inside. Got by Berryhill all the way back to the screen. 1 ball and no strikes. Now the 1-0 pitch. The outside corner at the knees for a called strike. It's 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to John Kruk. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a fly ball into left. Gant is there. Makes the catch. That'll retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, none left. We go to the 9th. Wild Thing time. Phil's lead 6-3.
This is Oldies 1210 WOGL.
Kim Baptiste comes into play, 3rd base, and the new pitcher is the Wild Thing, Mitch Williams. Williams trying to tie this one down for Tommy Green. This is 4th game of the league championship series. He's 2-0 with 1 save and a 2.08 ERA. Damon Berryhill, the first one to face Williams here in the 9th. Bills are 3 outs away from the World Series. Here's the stretch by Williams. And the pitch to Berryhill. Over for a called strike. No balls and 1 strike to Damon Berryhill. the stretch. And the pitch. Wide for a ball. It's 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now Mitch Williams gets the sign from Darren Dalton. Here's the stretch. 1-1 pitch. Over for a called strike. Backdoor breaking ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Berryhill. Here's the stretch. A 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That's 1 down here in the 9th. The Phillies are 2 outs away from the World Series, and the batter is Mark Lemke. Lemke has been an old nemesis of Mitch Williams, and yet when the Braves had the winning run at third, here's the pitch to him, low for a ball. In Monday's game, with 1 out, Mitch struck him out. Lemke lifetime 5 for 11 against Williams. Ooh. That was a pitch right there that was called a ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, I think the first 2 pitches were strikes, and gotten the call on either one.
Here's one low and inside for a ball. 3 balls and no strikes. Bill Pecota waiting on deck. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Called strike, 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike to Lemke. 3-1 pitch. Right there for a called strike. It's a full count to Mark Lemke. Now the stretch. The 3-2 pitch. Swing, fly ball, center field. That's going to be 2 of them. Dykstra squeezes. Phils are 1 out away from the National League pennant and a trip to the World Series. Bill Pecota, the pinch hitter, steps up. Mitch Williams coming back from a 3-0 count to get Lemke, and here's Pecota. Fans are on their feet. They have been in a frenzy since pitch 1 thrown by Tommy Green. 2 outs. No base runners. 9th inning. The stretch. The pitch to Pecota is low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Could Mitchie Poo have a 1-2-3 inning?
No way. No way.
Now the 1-0 pitch. Over for a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Bill Pecota. Here's the stretch. The 1-1 pitch. High and away for a ball. It's 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike to the pinch hitter Pecota. Here's the stretch. The 2-1 pitch. Oh, threw it behind him. Totally lost grip of the ball. And threw it behind him for ball 3. He's the wild thing. 3 balls and a strike.
Surprised the ball didn't hit Pecota. It went between his legs.
3-1 to Bill Pecota. Here's the stretch. 3-1 pitch. Called strike 2. It's a full count with 2 outs. No base runners. 9th inning. Now the stretch. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Phillies are the '93 National League champions. Mitch Williams, a 1-2-3 save, and this place is bedlam at Veterans Stadium. This wacky, wonderful bunch of throwbacks has won the National League pennant and go on to the World Series.
Harry, they sent a lot of good ball players back to Atlanta. That's got to be a devastating loss for the Atlanta Braves and a huge win for the ball club, this whole city.
Phillies win it 6-3, have won the National League Championship Series in 6 games, and now will go on to play the Toronto Blue Jays in the 1993 World Series. Tommy Green wins it. Wild thing to save, a 1-2-3 save at that. And these fans don't want to leave this ballpark. They're all on their feet. They're standing. No one's heading for the exits. They're watching the fighting Phils hug one another, roll around on the turf, and just savor this moment of a National League championship. This has been some ride this club has given us in 1993, and this a truly enchanted season. Bills win 6-3. Andy will be back with the totals and a recap, and we'll be going down to the clubhouse to talk to some of the fighting Phils shortly. Stay tuned for Andy Musser right after these messages.
You're listening to Phillies Baseball on Oldies 1210 WOGL.
I don't believe it.
Back here at a wild Veterans Stadium, the Phillies have just won the pennant with their 6-3 victory over the Atlanta Braves. Down below, Bill White, president of the National League and ex-Phillies first baseman, has just presented the National League trophy to Bill Giles, whose father was also at one point in that president's seat in the National League. And we understand that there's going to be a ceremony on the field. The fans have been asked to stay on the field, in their seats, I should say, and awaiting the team returning to the field. And some of these activities are going to be repeated there. But right now we're going to go down to the clubhouse, and here's Chris Wheeler.
Andy, Larry Anderson with us. 40 years old in the major leagues in the World Series. Tell us what it's like, Andy.
I feel like a 4-year-old, not a 40-year-old. Drop that zero. This is unbelievable. The greatest thing. Nobody said we could do it. We knew we could, and we showed everybody. It's the greatest thing in the world. With these guys, it's unbelievable.
Andy, the game the other day when you came in for the save, what was that like for you?
It was the greatest feeling of my life personally. From a standpoint, the team, it was fabulous. But personally, from my own standpoint, I've never been in that position. It's a dream come true.
Tell me what it was like in here before the game. Do you guys think you're going to win tonight?
We talked about let's go in here, let's not give them a chance. It's not let them get back in, let's go after them, be aggressive. I talked to Greeny a little bit before the game, and he just did a fabulous job. It was everybody. We knew what we could do.
The first champagne of the night. Andy, one more thing before I let you go. This bunch of guys, a lot of them give you a lot of credit, the younger pitchers that you talked to. Did you guys talk a lot of baseball this year?
We tried to, you know. I mean, I don't know it all, but I learned a lot from a lot of other pitchers, from Carlton, from Ryan, from Gaylord. It's stuff I learned that I can pass down, and you know, things that have helped me in my experiences. I tried to talk to them, help them, and they go out and do it themselves, though.
It's just about as good as it gets right now?
It doesn't get any better.
Hey, have fun in Toronto. Andy, that's Larry Anderson. Back to you, Andy Musser. We'll try and get somebody else real fast.
All right, Wills, and while you do that, let's just mention here on our flagship station, WOGL, and the Phillies radio network, that the Phillies have become the first team to go and win the pennant after 3 consecutive trips to the National League Championship Series. It's never been done before. So congratulations to the Phillies for a feat never previously achieved in the National League. Let's go back once again to Chris Wheeler in the clubhouse.
All right, Andy Musser, back here in the clubhouse. John Vukovich, you told me before this series that the Phillies were going to beat the Atlanta Braves. I mean, that's amazing.
Yes, I did, Wheels, but I just had a feeling these guys haven't quit all year, and I knew they weren't going to quit now. I knew that, you know, they talk about experience, Bo's getting me good.
Come here. What do you think? I mean, you've been through this before. I got Larry Boa now.
This is unbelievable, Wheels. This team never quit. They got a lot of pride in what they do. The Atlanta Braves took this team very light, and we came out ready to play. We beat one of the best pitchers in the National League. We earned it. Those guys did a tremendous job out there. Tommy Green, Stock, Morandini, Dykes, all of them. They're great players. They did a tremendous job.
Let me ask you what I asked Larry Anderson, you guys. Before the game, what was it like in here?
We felt confident. Felt like it was in 80. When we came in, lefty was on the mound. We knew Tommy Green was going to crank up a good one.
Look what you think before the game started.
I felt very good about Tommy. I felt very good about you. The only thing I was worried about is they were so sky high tonight. I was afraid if something didn't go right and we happened to lose this game that might have an effect on tomorrow. But I mean, they were really sky high tonight, very confident. And you know, they just got tired of all the negative stories about, you know, we played good. Hell, we won 97 games. We're a good club.
Won 101 now.
101, baby.
Nice going, guys.
105, Wheels.
All right. Back to you, Andy.
All right, Wheels. You know, when you talk about what happened in this game tonight, the Phillies really took it to the Braves right from the outset. And the most improbable of all probably was Mitch Williams coming in and working a 1-2-3 inning in the 9th inning. But he did so, including a couple of strikeouts. And Mitch finished the playoffs with 2 victories and 2 saves. We're going to pause for these messages, and then we'll be right back.
I'm Joanne Burrell. I bank at Germantown Savings Bank. After I had worked for several years, I made the decision to go back to dental school. Because I was married and had a home, we really had to use creative financing. We weren't sure how to get extra financing for my education. We just sat down with GSB and told them what we needed. And I can honestly say that the home equity loan helped me through those 4 years of dental school.
With a home equity loan from GSB, getting what you need is easy. And there's never been a better time than right now to apply. Depending on the term of your loan, rates are currently available for as low as 6.69% APR. Interest may be tax deductible. To apply right over the phone, just call GSB Teleservices at 668-2890.
GSB helped me attain my dream. It's great.
Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Sometimes after a fire, a hurricane, or a flood, the only way you can assess the damage to your property, your business, or your home is from the sky. But there's no guarantee that your insurance company will take the same bird's-eye view of things. That's why for 65 years, people have turned to Young Adjustment Company. Because for 65 years, Young Adjustment Company has worked with people like you to make sure your claim is handled in a professional manner. With Young Adjustment on your side, property disasters are less troublesome and big problems are solved to your satisfaction. Young Adjustment has the professional experience to resolve your insurance claim. Call toll-free 1-800-345-8321. Young Adjustment, dedicated to meeting the needs of the insured. Whether you're concerned about your home, your business, or your Fortune 500 corporation, Young Adjustment is your most important ally when you need one most. Call 1-800-345-8321.
Your 1993 Philadelphia Phillies are big winners with an imposing lineup. The same goes for better Buick dealers. Just look at their value-priced roster. Leading off is Buick's family-size Century, ranked first in its class for safety by Kiplinger's magazine. Century is a steal at only $14,995. Next up is Buick Regal with a 3800 V6, anti-lock brakes, airbag, and power everything. Regal touches all the bases at $18,495. The hits just keep coming with Buick's MVP, Most Valuable Park Avenue, named Best American Car Value by IntelliChoice, and loaded with luxury like remote keyless entry, leather, even dual airbags, and at just $25,995, Park Avenue leaves the competition in the dust. To see Philadelphia's winning teams in action, keep your eye on the Phillies and your better Buick dealers.
All right, back at Veterans Stadium, we have with us Wes Chamberlain. Wes, going into this league championship series, very few experts gave the fighting Phils a chance. You've got to really enjoy it.
Oh, Harry, it is marvelous, man. We've been thriving all year on those negative aspects towards this ball club, Harry. I mean, they said we could hit, but we couldn't field. They said we had no bullpen. our starting rotations, they only gave us credit for 2 guys, and we just went out and showed them.
When did you sense tonight that this was it? This game was going to be it?
When we won those 2 games that we had to win in Atlanta, we won that first one. I mean, if we knew we was going back to Philly, we had to come out and get the next one. We came back, then we knew we had to get the clinching one out there. And the way that game was played, it was just, I mean, it was draining. It was so draining that, you know, you couldn't believe it, but it happened.
Wes, the Toronto Blue Jays coming up next. One more step for these guys.
One more step. Toronto Blue Jays, hey, we know what type of baseball they like to play, and they know what type of ball we like to play. A very classy team over there. My hat's off to them guys. But the Fighting Phils are on their way.
And you had to beat a team that had been there twice before, won 2 straight National League championships, so that even makes it better. This is a team that everybody said, hey, this is the best team in baseball. A lot of people said.
Yeah, they were the best team in baseball till 1993 on this day.
Good luck to you, Ed.
All right, Harry, thanks.
Thanks a lot. Kim Baptiste, what a whirlwind series you had. Game-winning hit in Game 1, then a couple of tough plays at third, a great play on the bunt from the funny throw by the Wild Thing, and you got to be really happy.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited about it. It's a feeling you can't explain, but you know, through all the ups and downs through the season, this is what it's all about right here. Working hard to get to where we're at now and hoping that we can go further and be successful. But like I say, setting up here telling you about how I feel, I can't, because it's just a feeling inside. It's just so exciting, and you can't do nothing but enjoy yourself and reward yourself.
Kim, you were out there at third base in the 9th inning, and I mean, this crowd was deafening.
They was deafening. I was more like not really ready to get the game over. I was praying, you know, hit the ball to me, hit the ball to me. Let me make it out, let me make it out. But, you know, there's so many things going on in my mind, wondering what it would be like if we get the third out. And it's just so exciting right now. All the guys are having a good time and enjoying themselves.
Yeah, Mitch decided he was going to give the fans an easy time. He had a 1-2-3er, just like it was nothing.
Hey, that's Miss Williams. A 1-2-3er. That's what we needed to be where we at now.
Kim, congratulations, and one more step.
One more step, and we're hoping to continue that and go through and be successful.
Kim Baptiste, who did a fine job, knocked in the game-winning run, of course, in the first game in extra innings, as these Fighting Phils found a way all year long to come back and win games. They were outscored in this LCS. The staff ERA of Atlanta was a lot lower than the Phils staff ERA in this LCS, but guess what? Phillies won 4 out of 6. I mean, it was an incredible ride, of an enchanted season with this ball club, which was just incredible. Lenny Dykstra is going to come over, and that's Video's camera. That's for what we're going to do later on the Home Companion. How you feel?
Oh, I'm exhausted. I mean, you know, the thing is, you know, baseball, that's what makes baseball such a beautiful game. Everybody doubted us, counted us out after the 2 blowouts, but we believed, like we believed all year, and we bounced back. And not only we win it, we won it in 6, and we won it at home, and we won it in front of the fans of Philadelphia. And it's the most satisfying feeling I've ever had, so I can't even explain it. It's just so proud of everybody in this room, you know. Everybody's contributed.
And to win it tonight, you had to beat, in my opinion anyhow, the best pitcher in the National League in Greg Maddux.
Your opinion is very correct, as you would say. To me, he is the best right-handed pitcher in the National League. And like I said, it's baseball, you cannot control it. It's what makes it a beautiful game, you know. We were meant to win this game. We were meant to go to the World Series, and we proved that. So, I mean, Maddox, I tip my hat to the whole Atlanta Brave team. That's a great baseball team over there, but you still have to get more runs than the other team, and we did that.
I know you don't need necessarily fans to get you into a game, especially a League Championship Series game, but did these fans, this crowd, help at all?
Oh, no question about it. Fans in Philadelphia all year have just been outstanding. I mean, you know, after what's happened, everybody knows what's happened, the failure we've had here, and as of the started in May and then June, everybody started getting more excited. Before you know it, there's never less than 40,000 people here, and everybody's looking to the playoffs. And then we're looking to who we're going to play in the playoffs, and now we're looking at the World Series, and we'll be up in the Sky Dome and looking forward to playing a great series.
The key hit, if there is a key hit in the series, was your home run in the 10th inning of Game 5 when the Braves came back to tie it with a 3-run ninth. Not many road teams come back and win games like that. Tell us about that.
Well, that was, Harry. I mean, the feeling I had there is we were very fortunate to get out of that jam in the ninth. I mean, being up 3-0 and then letting them tie with a winning run on third base with less than 2 outs. Mitch getting out of that jam, the momentum swung a little bit our way. And to me, I thought I had to do something that next inning for us to have a chance to win. I feel and I still believe if I don't do something that next inning, they win that game. And like I said, baseball is a beautiful game and things happen for a reason, and we're going to the World Series. Well, I mean, it feels good to be, the best, but I feel we're the best. I mean, there's one thing I'll say about this team, and this team is not shy, and this team does not go out there scared, and we're not scared of anybody, and we'll play anybody on any given night, just like we proved. And we went to Atlanta and won 2 out of 3 there, and we showed a lot of character and a lot of heart after being blown out 2 games. So again, a lot of credit goes to Kurt Schilling and especially even more to Danny Jackson. We needed a big lift from him, and he got it. So it's just been a complete team effort, and that is why we're going to the World Series, because of a team effort.
Tonight, also again, Morandini, who seems to be all over the place. Played a great catch.
Morandini played a great game. Everybody played great. That's why we won. More satisfying, believe me.
All right, dude, keep it going in the postseason. You always do. Big World Series with those Toronto Blue Jays. Milt Thompson, who made a game-saving catch in Game 4 of this league championship series. A couple of hits tonight. Milt, you've been in baseball with several organizations, including the Phillies. Your second time around. Here you are at a World Series.
I guess the second time is the sweetest. I mean, I came back here and, we got a bunch of guys in here who they say we're not compatible or whatever, but when we get on the field, we play together so well, and that's all that counts.
When did you sense tonight that the Phillies were going to clinch it?
I don't know, when Davey hit that home run, that was a big boost for us, and, we were fired up all day. We didn't say much. We knew we wanted to take it to them today and win it today, and not cost it go to Game 7.
Did the crowd help?
Oh yeah, the crowd was in it. From no sooner Greeny walked down to get loose, the crowd was in it. They were very pumped, and I think that helped us win the ball game. The crowd.
Looking at who you had to beat to clinch National League, he's probably the best pitcher of the National League in Greg Maddux.
Oh, definitely. He's definitely going to probably win the Cy Young again this year. I mean, I think the ball that Mickey hit off his leg kind of bothered him the game, but he's a gamer, and he kept pitching, and we kept battling and got some situations and came up with key hits. Mickey came up with that, that great triple, big triple that kind of, closed the door on the guys.
One more step.
Yeah, one more step, one more.
Looking forward to Toronto?
Oh yeah, looking forward to it. Probably be underdogs again, and that's right where we are. We love that.
Best to you, Mel. Thanks a lot. David West, Waystay. Come on in here. 1, 2, 3 inning for David West in the 8th inning. You've been here before. You were with the '91 Minnesota Twins. How does this compare?
There's nothing like it. I mean, to be a part of a club and have an influence on a club like Jimmy Fergosi's given me the opportunity to have on this team this year makes me feel unbelievably special.
You appeared in as many games as anybody in the National League except Mike Jackson. Did you run down a little bit toward the end?
I got a little tired, I'll be honest with you. I mean, it's first time out of the blocks doing the relieving thing, and Jimmy and I were talking the other day and having coffee, and he said he wanted me to do 100 next year. So if I can get myself in shape next year, I'm going to do 100.
Sprayed by the Thig Man. Sprayed by the Thig Man. But Waystay, a 1, 2, 3 inning, and you must have been strong tonight.
I felt good. I felt really good. I mean, if any time you wanted to be on, it would be tonight. It's a big inning, a big situation, and we were counting the outs down after the 6th. We could hold them off. We're going to go to the big dance, and fortunately we did.
We're going to the big dance, and of course you got to say that all 25 guys on this team helped to get the Phillies to the big dance.
You can absolutely say that every single day. I mean, this isn't a lineup of 8 guys that go out there and play and get all the at-bats. This is a team of 25 players playing in and out of the lineup every day. Everybody had a contributing part in this winning season, and it's to the credit of Jimmy Fergosi, one of the best managers, the best manager in this league.
David, thanks a lot.
I got it.
See you in Toronto.
All right. Oh, watch yourself there.
Roger Mason, who has been here before. In fact, 3 straight years for Roger Mason. The last 2 with the Pirates. Are we still on? All right. The last 2 with the Pirates and now with the Phillies. Has yet to give up a run in League Championship Series play. But Pittsburgh didn't quite get over the hump the last 2 years, and the Phillies did, and you have to be very happy.
Harry, this is outstanding. After coming so close the last 2 years and coming up short, this is really sweet. You know, everybody said that Atlanta's the best team in baseball, and they're probably right. But that's what makes this all the more special, you know, being able to beat a team as good as Atlanta is.
I think this team is typified by the fact that they will win in bizarre ways. I mean, there are very few road teams, for example, in Game 5, that will cough up a 3-0 lead in the 9th inning to the home team and still come back and win the game.
That was incredible. But, you know, nothing has come easy to this team all year. And it was on, I guess it was fitting that they came back and scored a couple runs, you know, late in the ball game because, you know, just like us going down the stretch, we'd get a couple games on Montreal. Next thing you know, they cut it in half again. And that's what happened tonight. And it was just beautiful holding on to that one.
World Series against the Toronto Blue Jays. I guess you're going to savor this for a while and then think about that.
We're going to savor this for a couple days anyways, and then worry about them. You know, this has been such a long year, such a tough year, and getting to this point is just fantastic. We're going to enjoy it.
Roger, do enjoy it. Thanks a lot and great job.
Thanks, Harry.
Roger Mason. Now we have Kevin Stocker, the rookie shortstop. Kevin, what a whirlwind season for you. Here you are at AAA, Scranton Wilkes-Barre, hitting around 227. You get the call up when the Phillies are looking for a shortstop. Not only do you make all the plays in the field, but you hit well over 300 and play like gangbusters. If there wasn't a guy named Mike Piazza in this league, he'd probably be Rookie of the Year. But, I mean, this has to be a whirlwind season for you.
Oh, it's been a whirlwind the whole way through, and I haven't even had time to look back. You know, it's one of those things where I feel very spoiled to be up here, and the first thing that went through my mind after we won that game was how happy I was for the guys that have been playing for so many years and finally have their chance, and it's just been exciting the whole time.
During the stretch drive and during the League Championship Series, you were totally poised. I mean, weren't you, as a rookie player? It didn't look like it. Weren't you ever nervous or a little frightened out there?
Well, I tell you, the first game, I think, right before I got that first play out in the field, I was a little nervous. But after that, I felt very calm. And, you know, I think that goes to the character of this team. The guys around me have made me feel very comfortable and give me a lot of confidence. And anytime you have guys that can do that to you, it seems a lot easier to go play. And you know, in the playoffs, anything can happen. And you can throw all your stats out the window. All you worry about is winning and losing. And fortunately, fortunately, we won. And Atlanta played great the whole way through. But you know, it's nice. It's very exciting to be going on the World Series.
You also had great support from the coaching staff, and I know three members of that coaching staff, even at spring training, wanted you as their shortstop all year long.
Yeah, you know, I feel good about that. I tell you, it wasn't easy. Those guys worked me hard in spring training, and I didn't forget that. So, you know, it's one of those things where I knew I had to work hard, and good things happen.
Kevin, congratulations. Enjoy this, and look forward to the World Series.
You bet, Harry. All right, see you up there.
Kevin Stocker, Lee Thomas, the man that masterminded this bunch. He brought this team together. Misfits, cast-offs, zanies, wackos, but there was a plan for you, Lee. I know that because when you first came to the Phillies 5 years ago, you thought the clubhouse was a little bit dead. Well, Lee is just being doused by champagne from Mariano Duncan and Mickey Morandini. All right, see, that's just what I'm talking about. You thought that the clubhouse was too quiet. Well, believe me, it's far from quiet now. It is far from quiet now.
Well, Harry, I just got drowned here, but you're right. You know, I felt like the clubhouse needed a little livening up. The first thing I really wanted to do on the field was assemble a pitching staff, a starting pitching staff. And I think these guys have really come through and done a great job. Jim Fregosi has handled everybody as good as any manager could handle this group, as you well know, because you're around them an awful lot. Braves got a great team. I don't think they expected us to give them as big a fight as we did, and it's a shame somebody had to lose, but I'm glad it wasn't us.
Well, you know, besides adding the new outfielders that you did, along with Danny Jackson and David West and Larry Anderson, you also got players that you know, in our vernacular, are gamers, guys that run out there and play hard. They may not be the most talented players in the world, but you got guys that you knew were going to give you everything they got.
Well, you know, I hear that, and you're right when people say we got a bunch of crazies and guys who are gamers, but I really think they've been underestimated. I think these guys are better players than most people think, Harry. I swear to you, I do. You can't play a 162-game schedule and do what we did and not have a pretty dang good ball club out here, and we got one.
At what point did you feel that, yes, this team's going to the World Series?
When we come out of spring training with everybody healthy, especially the starting 5 pitchers.
You really thought at that time that this was a World Series team?
Let's just say I thought we had a chance to give somebody a run for their money. I'm not saying I thought we'd get to the World Series, but I knew we were going to be in the thick of things there.
Now, when the Phillies were down to Atlanta 2-1 after being blown out those 2 games after the exhilarating first game, were you worried?
Yeah, I guess I have to be. I just felt like if we could come back with a good game, Danny Jackson and Kurt Schilling, and tonight Tommy Green, those guys came up as good as you could come up, and they all pitched outstanding. I think Tommy Green erased the enigma that he couldn't do the job tonight. This has really been a 25-man club all the way, with Fergosi doing as good a job as anybody.
And you also. Congratulations to you on being named the Executive of the Year by the Sporting News. You deserve it, and enjoy Toronto and enjoy the World Series.
Well, I hope we all enjoy Toronto, don't you?
Yes, I do. Thanks, Lee. Bobby Thigpen, big man, coming over from the Chicago White Sox to the Phillies, and you know, this is a special team. I know you think so, even though you've been in the American League your entire career until this year. I know that you came over, fit right in with this team, and you like this team.
Absolutely. You know, I was just asked, somebody said I seem a little reserved, and it's only because, you know, like I said, I've only been here 2 months, which is really a third of the season, but, you know, I'm watching these guys, and it obviously, these guys are a lot more excited. I am too, because I've never been on a team like this, but, you know, they've been through the grind all year. They've been through everything. Listen to everyone say they can't do it, and like you said, I came over here, and hopefully, you know, I tried to fit in. I think I have, but, you know, I haven't been here the whole time, so I don't think I can really enjoy it as much as these guys that have been here the whole year, because, like I said, they've been through all the adversity, all the great wins, they come from behind wins, the Philly style of baseball they've been playing this year, and I'm just glad to be a part of it, and like you said, what a team this is, and I'm just happy that I came over here where Lee Thomas and Fergosi both wanted me over here, and it's nice to feel wanted and be on a team like this and win it and be in the World Series at the same time.
Bobby, when you say team, I think this ball club is the truest sense of the word team, because it's like 25 guys and everybody contributed. It's not just 10 or 12 key players.
Well, you know, I've seen Lee Thomas's quote a bunch of times where he said if he went out and got one dominant player, they wouldn't make a difference. And, you know, now that I've been here 2 months, I agree. You got 25 guys, a different guy. Since I've been here 2 months, a different guy has stepped up in different games and won the game for him, or done an outstanding pitching performance, or my first win, Ken Batiste hit a grand slam. He hadn't had an at-bat in like 20-something games. So it's just been that way all year, I guess, for these guys, and it's just been enjoyable for me to be here.
Bobby, thanks a lot.
All right.
See you in Toronto.
Okay.
Bobby Thigpen. Mitchie Poo. 1, 2, 3 today, just like it was nothing. You know, they had sent up some maillogs to us because of, you don't always get 1, 2, 3 saves, but tonight was almost like you said, all right, fans, I'm not going to put you at the edge of your seat. I'll just get it done.
Well, this is no lie, I got a case of Maillox in the mail today from the Maillox company. I got the Maillox Moment Award for the month, this month. So, yeah, I didn't want another one. I didn't want anything from Rolaids or Tum, so I just wanted to kind of get it over with, and it went good.
2 wins, 2 saves out of the 4 wins for the Fightin' Phils in this LCS. That's not too shabby.
Well, I would have rather seen the 2 wins behind Schill's name because of the job he did, but as long as I went behind the Phillies' name, I guess that's what's important.
And that's what Schill said, but you also made it a point to say in Atlanta that you thought Schilling deserved the MVP of this LCS, and he got it.
Without question. I mean, the man went out there, he threw 16 or 17 innings for us, and you can't throw better baseball than he threw, and he deserved it, and I couldn't be happier for him.
How'd you feel tonight coming in? The crowd was really into it. I mean, they were into it from opening pitch, but really into it in the ninth inning.
Well, I felt like I was walking on air going out there. I just wanted to stay calm, try and stay as calm as possible and not rush, and that's what I did. I concentrated on staying slow, and it helped.
I would imagine, though, that even with a club record 43 saves, the biggest moment for you came at 4:42 a.m. that one night against San Diego.
Well, yeah, this is all great and everything. We won the league and everything, but still, I think that base hit I got that night in the extra innings was the biggest highlight of my year.
What about the Blue Jays? I know you don't want to think about them right now. You want to savor this, but any thoughts on Toronto?
Well, I've played with a couple of guys, played against a few of them, and we're going to have to go over them because we don't see each other all year, and I think it'll be a hell of a series. I think it should be fun, and we can go out there and show the country what we can do.
Did the fact that not many experts gave the Phillies a chance in this league championship series, did that work to the Phillies' benefit?
I don't know if it worked or not. I mean, I still think you have to go out there and play the game hard, and you're playing against good baseball teams, and I honestly don't think that the Braves took us lightly. I think we gave them a good series. They gave us one. We won. That's all there was to it.
Mitch, congratulations.
Thanks a whole lot, Harry.
Mitch Williams, a wild thing, and here's the League Championship Series MVP, Kurt Schilling.
How you doing, buddy?
Good, Kurt. How are you? Congratulations on winning the MVP. Thanks. I know you're just happy for everybody in this room.
Well, you can split the trophy up into 25 pieces, and everybody would deserve a part of it. This is a total team effort all year. We still got one more step to take, though, Harry.
I know you do, and that's the Toronto Blue Jays in the World Series, but you know, I guess you guys are hoping you're underdogs because nobody gave you much chance in this series.
We've been, everybody's counted us. You know, Harry, it's been this way all year long. We've never really worried about anybody else thought about us. You know, we've only seek the approval of each other. When we go out, we play for each other. So that's what we're doing, and that's all we're thinking about.
You just came up so big in both of your starts, and you had to be, I know you got to be jacked up in these situations, in an LCS situation, and yet not to the point where you were out of control. You were certainly in control.
Well, that's something Johnny taught me, you know, controlled aggressiveness. When the adrenaline gets going, you want to make sure you stay focused on the task at hand, and I was able to do that, and we were able to play some great ball behind me when I pitched.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Harry.
Okay, Shell. Mickey Morandini. What a sensational play you made early in the game in that first inning, and that kind of set the stage and got the crowd in. And how does this one feel?
It's incredible. I mean, those fans out there are outstanding from pitch one tonight. They were in the game from pitch one, screaming and yelling, and really got us into the game. And it feels good to contribute to a big win.
Not only contribute with that defensive play, but a big triple. And they were playing you out of the other field, and you got a chance to yank the ball, jerk it, and pull it for three bases.
Yeah, he threw me a changeup, which, you know, I've seen a lot of them off him this year, and it wasn't a bad changeup. It was down in the zone, but I think he left it inside just a little bit too much, and I got enough underneath it to get some loft on it and over McGriff's head. And like you said, they were playing me to go the other way, and that's an easy triple for me when they're playing me that way.
Of course, I think a hit you didn't get might have had something to do with this, too. You hit a shot off the leg of Greg Maddux, your first time at bat. And, I mean, that hurt him. He was limping around the mound the rest of the day, and it almost looked like he stayed out there on guts alone.
You know, that's probably one of the hardest balls I have hit, and, yeah, it smoked him pretty good, but he was limping a little bit, but I don't think it changed the way he threw. I mean, he threw a great ball game. You know, a couple of mistakes defensively out there cost him some runs, but by far he's the best pitcher in the league in my eyes, and he threw a great ball game. And if it was bothering him, you're right, it was a gutsy performance on his part.
Mickey, congratulations. Enjoy it.
Thanks, Harry.
Mickey Morandini, Phillies second baseman. Jim Eisenreich. Eyes, how does this feel?
This is awesome, Harry. It's, you know, it's what we worked for all season long, and well, you know, you saw us in spring training. It was something that we came together. We carried our spring training over into the season. We had a good season. You know, it was up and down. You know, we had some interesting moments, but that's what baseball is all about. You know, that's what we play 162 games for. And then we made the playoffs and went up against a great team in Atlanta, and you know, we played good enough to win 4 games. You know, it didn't seem like we were on top of our game in all parts of it, but I think our pitchers came through when they needed to, and we got some key hits. You know, and we you know, scored enough runs to win 4 games, and that's what it's all about. Now we're going to the World Series.
That's wonderful. How was the crowd tonight?
Crowd was awesome. They were into every inning. They boosted us up. If we, you know, if Greeny, you know, was behind a little bit, they pumped him up and got him a strike, and they're just behind us 100% like they have been all season long, and it's been a great feeling. You know, just we have one more leg to go, you know, and we want to finish the job and, you know, do it for our teammates and our fans here. It's been a great feeling, and hopefully we can finish it off.
Most fun team you've ever been with?
It's definitely the most fun. You know, and like I said, it started in spring training. You know, the guys were all, you know, we're all great, and it's, you know, it's been nice talking to everybody. And, you know, that's been the key to our team. You know, just we're loose, but when we step on the field, we're all businesslike. We do our jobs the way we can, and, you know, if one guy doesn't do it one night, the other just pick up for him, and that's why we're called a team, and that's why we won.
Jim, congratulations. Enjoy the series.
Thanks, Harry. Appreciate it.
Jim Eisenreich. Mitchy Poo. Lee McDonald Tobin, happy birthday. Happy birthday to Lee McDonald Tobin, who celebrated a birthday. It's fitting.
That's actually Friday. Friday is the birthday.
Oh, it's Friday.
Yeah, travel day.
How come the notes had it on today?
Well, because they were anticipating that they might not be able to put it in later this week.
Well, we'll see. We'll celebrate on the flight on Friday.
Fine idea.
Toronto.
Fine idea.
Lee, who's in the public relations department, does a sensational job. And, yeah. All right, we'll be back with the clubhouse celebration right after we pause for these messages.
You've been listening to the 1993 National League Championship Series featuring the Philadelphia Phillies and the Atlanta Braves on Oldies 1210 WOGL. Today's game was sponsored by Amoco. You expect more from a leader. By your local Chrysler Plymouth dealers. By the Cintas Corporation, the uniform people. By your Cadillac Super Network dealer. By Hatfield Quality Meats, Families Trust Hatfield. By Janney Montgomery Scott, providing a full line of investment services since 1832. By Keystone AAA, a division of AAA Mid-Atlantic. By MAB Paints. Since 1899, MAB is quality you can see. By Ford Parts and Service Division and your Quality Plus Ford dealer. Quality care where the quality continues. By Pennsylvania Pork Producers. Pork, the other white meat. By Sears Brand Central, the brands you want at the store you trust. By U.S. Air. Everything they do, U.S. Air begins with you. By 7-Eleven. Oh, thank heaven for 7-Eleven. By Bell Atlantic Mobile Systems. By Acme. Check it out, Acme style. By your Better Buick dealer. By Rolling Rock. Premium beer from the Mountain Springs to you, same as it ever was. By Rite Aid Pharmacies and Gillette, there's a Rite Aid near you. By your Tri-State Toyota dealer. You'll love what they do for you, Toyota. By the Genesee Brewing Company. Jenny Beer and Jenny Light. For people like you, it's Jenny. And by your local Chevrolet Geo dealers. Now stay tuned for the Rolling Rock Star of the Game show, coming up next on the exclusive home of the NL East champion Phillies, Oldies 1210 WOGL.
Once upon a time, there were these 7 dwarfs who, upon returning home from a tough day in the mountains, found some dame with a profound sleeping disorder snoozing in their bed. And no matter how hard they tried, they couldn't wake her. They tickled her feet and put her hand in a bucket of warm water, but to no avail. Then one of the dwarfs remembered a guy 200 miles away who specialized in this sort of thing. So they loaded this lady, who they affectionately call Snow White, in the back of their Chevy S Blazer Tahoe LT 4x4. And they set out through the countryside to find a wake-up artist. And it was a pretty uneventful trip, too, because their Blazer Tahoe LT was built that way. With standard 4-wheel anti-lock brakes, shift-on-the-fly Insta-Track, and the biggest standard V6 engine in its class. Anyway, as it turned out, that guy 200 miles away woke up Snow White, then billed the dwarfs $100. But that was okay, because the dwarfs would have paid just about anything to be able to walk around their house in their underwear again.
Chevy Blazer, the vehicle that originated the species.
Ed, how you doing? Hey, terrific, Jerry. I need some of that 200 primer. Just came in.
A paint store can seem like a pretty intimidating place.
Morning, bud.
Hi, Jerry. You got any red cedar Alkenstain?
I do, but I got some polyurethane I want you to look at, too. Come on over here.
There's so much to learn, it's hard to know where to begin.
John, what can I do for you?
Oh, just some brushes today. They're 2-inch sash, nylon polyester if you got them.
I got them.
Which is why you should start every job at Sherwin-Williams.
And can I help you, sir?
Just tell us what you want to do, and we'll tell you how to do it right.
Hi, could you tell me, what kind of paint should I use in my new window shutters?
Now, you don't have to be a professional painter to shop at a Sherwin-Williams store. You just have to want to paint like one.
Window shutters? That's a good question. I'd recommend Super Paint. Have you primed it yet?
I don't know, primed.
We're going to need primer, too. Why don't you come over?
There's only one paint this good, and there's only one place you can get it. The pros know. Ask Sherwin-Williams.
This is Don Cannon, inviting you to join me tomorrow morning for Cannon in the Morning. We've got the greatest oldies of all time, plus news, weather, and traffic on AM and FM, the stations you sing along to, WOGL Philadelphia.
One morning, Annie Taylor opened her kitchen door and dropped an empty soda bottle into her recycling can. The simplest of acts. But amazingly, the bottle bounced and began to fly above the trees, over the Burnett's roof, where it circled their antenna and changed its shape, becoming as fat as a mayonnaise jar.
Incredible!
Annie gasped as it careened over the Keene's chimney, then past the Williamsons' bedroom window, where it took the shape of a ketchup bottle.
Whoa!
Annie marveled as it disappeared behind the high school, only to reemerge in its original form, coming right at her.
Yikes!
Annie, a spry 5'2", jumped up and snagged the flying bottle out of the air.
Gotcha!
Was it made from some special magical material? Bewildered, she turned it over, and her eyes fell on these words.
Made from recycled materials.
Annie could only smile. She was headed for the market that morning and promised herself to check every label. The Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Resources would like to thank all of you who make recycling work.
It's time now for the Rolling Rock Star of the Game Show. Highlights of today's league championship action, interviews, and more. Sponsored by Rolling Rock Premium Beer. From the mountain springs to you, same as it ever was. By your Delaware Valley Sherwin-Williams paint stores. The pros know, ask Sherwin-Williams. By Sir Speedy, the business printers. Over 45 locations in the Phillies listening area. By your Tri-State Toyota dealer. I love what you do for me, Toyota. And by U.S. Healthcare. Keeping America healthy is what they're all about.
Back here at Veterans Stadium, where the Rolling Rock Star of the Game show features the entire 1993 Phillies, champions of the National League after their 6-3 victory here in Game 6 over the Atlanta Braves. This is the Star of the Game show. We're going to have the highlights of tonight's ball game, but first, let's go back downstairs and Chris Wheeler. Wheels?
All right, Andy, thanks a lot. I'm here with Terry Mulholland. Mo, you're all set to go in Game 7 tomorrow night. Are you happy you're not pitching tomorrow?
I'm happy for the reason I'm not. I mean, obviously, if it was necessary, I'd have been ready. But hey, Tommy did a great job tonight, and I'm thankful we're going to Toronto, and I have a chance to pitch up there.
You're in the World Series right now. Has it dawned on you yet?
Not yet, but I'm sure. For everybody out there that didn't realize what Wheels is doing, he's getting drenched with champagne right now by my father.
By your father, right?
Yeah.
And no one messes with your father. Whoa! Oh, Icky.
Yeah, take over, Wheels. Wheels, I got the mic.
Take that, Wheels. Back to... I think we just lost it. Oh, I think it's gone, John. I think we're gone. Yeah. Are we still on? Are we off? Are we still? Hey, Mo, come on back here a minute. We might as well try and finish this thing. Tell me what it's like. Tell me what... Mo, tell me what it's like playing with this bunch all year.
Well, as you recall the other night on the bus after we got back from Atlanta, Wheels, I pretty much described this team in little short terms. We're like an old piece of chewed up bubble gum that somebody threw on the ground, and you don't really notice us until you step on us. And after you step on us, you try to get rid of us. You try to peel us off the sole of your shoe, and before you know it, you got us all over you, and by the time it's all over, you've ruined a good pair of wingtips.
Well, that was a great analogy, and I'll never forget it. Hey, congratulations, and good luck pitching in the World Series, all right? Your father's getting me again.
All right.
We got Mariano Duckett right now. Ducky, what a thrill. I mean, you were in the World Series with Cincinnati a few years ago. What does this one feel like right now to you?
Will, what happened?
What happened, Ducky?
I don't know. Well, I tell you, it's a great feeling, Will, because I know since the series started, since the series started, we underdog. Everybody said that we don't have any chance, the Be Atlanta Braves. You know why? Because I've been there before. In 1990, everybody said that we don't have a chance. We all got 8, and we swept those guys in 4 straight games. we just show to a lot of people run. Because with that kind of ball club, that no matter what, how good team we have, we just go down and show that one in the field.
Ducky, how tough was it to beat a team as good as the Atlanta Braves with those 4 starters they have?
I tell you the truth, it's really tough because anytime when you face, a ball club like Atlanta Braves, they have, 4 guys that win 75 games altogether, that's really tough because, and besides that, those guys have, one of the best, hitting ball club. They have some 3 guys that hit, more than 125 home runs. That's very tough to beat those guys, but we always believe in ourselves. We never give up. There's something about my ball club. We never give up. We always come to the field thinking, we can take the W, and that's exactly what happened.
Duck, one more thing before we let you go. You've been banged up a little bit with the rib cage. You got the night off tonight. You won't play tomorrow, of course. Travel day and all that. Do you need a little bit of time to get ready?
What I think that after we win today, and tomorrow we have it off, and Friday, we have it off. I think it's be pretty good for my rib cage, because I think by Saturday I'll be ready because one of the reasons that you have to give a lot of credit, to Jim Fregosi. He's playing Mickey today because, he's hitting good against Ray Matters. He's been tough against me my whole career, and he knows that I put it on my rib cage. He's just that kind of guy that he knows the series is 3-2, and he's thinking about if we lost today, I be in the lineup tomorrow because Glavin's supposed to pitch tomorrow. But I'm so glad everything is over. There's no tomorrow. We're the champion.
See you in Toronto. Nice going, Ducky.
Okay, man.
Ricky Jordan. Ricky Jordan's with us right now. Ricky, come here. Ricky, you had a strange season for you. I mean, you were the good soldier, but you did such a good job whenever you were used. What does it feel like to you, even though you didn't play all year, to be a part of all this?
Well, it was a tough season, like you said, but, Wills, I think this compensates for it. I think everybody on this team had a role, and Jimmy used us all to that role, and we didn't gripe and pout about it. I think there's a few guys on here could have griped and pout about it, but, it was just a special feeling. I think we knew once we got going here early in the year that this was something special. There was no reason to gripe about it and just keep gelling, and look what happened.
Do you think with these American League games coming up, maybe Ricky Jordan could be a DH?
I think I got a good shot at it, Wills. We got a couple other guys who might get a shot at it, too, being that they got all right-handed pitchers. Inky might get a shot at it, or Chamberlain, too, but I'm hoping I get one of those days, too, to get some swings.
What's this feel like? I mean, as a little kid growing up, and you want to be a ball player and everything, to be going to the World Series?
It feels great. I mean, you dream about making it to the majors as a little kid, and you see guys play their whole career not even making it to the playoffs. Now you make it to the World Series. This feels great, and I just can't be more happy for the Philadelphia people here. It's been a long time coming.
Ricky, congratulations. I'm really happy for you.
All right, thanks, Will.
Ben Rivera's here. All right, Ben, before we get out of here, Ben, congratulations. You had a terrific year for the Phillies. You won a lot of ball games, and you're going to the World Series. Tell us what it feels like.
Well, I mean, right now I feel like, I mean, I don't know how to explain, but I feel pretty good because, the way the guy played the series and we beat the team, that wasn't my whole team, and, I'm happy about it.
What's it like to beat you? You just mentioned you're an ex-Atlanta Brave. Tommy's an ex-Atlanta Brave. Do you get a little bit more satisfaction out of that?
Yeah, because, we never get the chance over there, and we coming over here with the Phillies, and we get the chance, and then we win games, and I mean, you can, I feel great, I don't know how to explain, but I feel good.
Well, congratulations to you. You had a great year, and good luck in the World Series, big boy.
Thanks a lot, man.
Okay. Bill Giles, president of the Phillies, is over here with us right now. Bill, I saw you lugging that hardware around, that big trophy. What was that like tonight, fun?
It was more fun than ever because it's been 10 hard years getting back there, and it's named after my dad. And it's nice to beat a team that I consider the best team in baseball. At least a team with the best talent. I think our team is really a team, unselfish and a lot of gamers and a lot of guts, and they just play together. And it was, I think, the most rewarding season I've ever been through, and we've had some winners.
How about those games in Atlanta to get here?
Well, I tell you, yesterday I was kind of I have never been so sunk in my life after those 2 gut-wrenching wins in Atlanta, and the 2-1 win, the 4-3 win in Atlanta. Really, I almost died of a heart attack.
You talked a lot about Lee Thomas and Jim Fregosi. How important have they been in this organization?
Well, they're the key. I mean, they're the key. I mean, Lee made unusual, fabulous trades. I mean, we didn't have that much talent when he came in here, and we didn't have a great farm system. He was able to trade the right guy for good talent. And Fregosi, you can't say enough about Jim Fregosi. I mean, this is not an easy club to manage, and he's done a hell of a job. And you know, those two guys are the key.
You don't know you let that you beat the Atlanta Braves?
Huh? No, I mean, they're much better than we are on paper. I mean, you just look at the stats. I mean, they're much better, but we are more of a team. They're more individual, and it's a great example.